So last time you discovered a pack of rats in a big old bubble of plant matter and successfully determined that it was in fact a positive energy shrine and managed to deal with that without getting tentacle vined to death in the middle of the plant pile.
Tentacle vined.
Tentacle vined, technical term.
When you explain it that way, it sounds like we got remarkably little done yet last time. But there was a lot of work that went into that.
There was a lot of work that went into that, and when this mini arc is completed, although also Mag, you need to be on Roll20.
Oh, yeah.
And when this arc is completed, I encourage anyone who is watching this to make sure that they've watched the last one.
I
See all of that
feel
effort.
I feel like, despite the fact that we didn't mechanically get much accomplished, it didn't drag at all. Like, it felt like we constantly were making a little bit of forward progress until we eventually came to the realization. Like, I mean, I think
I
things
was
went
just poking fun. No, that was good. That was good.
Rev's just like, but it wasn't fun, and Rev is
It wasn't
seething.
fun and it sucked.
I was having fun digging through vines.
I did like a lot of the false conclusions that we came to.
Yeah,
that we
was
ended
great.
up having to work through.
I really enjoyed that. It is still raining a little bit, and the trees around here are still very thick. But for the one big one, which will be at some point represented on the map, but I haven't done that yet. Where are you going to go next?
We're going to go northwest to the next mini shrine.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe we were going here.
Then we will need a navigation aid.
Okay. Hiya!
Chris,
the navigator.
That we have a compass.
Yes.
Yeah, plus one or
Let's
whatever.
use the compass now
18. There you go.
Okay. So you're going for this one.
The left one.
So let's say you get to there. Could everyone do me a perception check, please?
Okay.
Yes. Can do.
No.
Hiya! Perceive.
Fucking tulip.
Fucking savant in the corner.
Every time.
Not every time.
Every time we noticed it, because of confirmation bias.
Yes.
Yeah, you're forever trapped in the confirmation bias now.
So, Zigga is apparently distracted by something, but everyone else can smell a familiar kind of almost astringent, slightly choking smell on the air.
Smoke?
Chris, did you fart again?
It may well be smoke and not fart.
Fuck's sake.
That was one of the most older siblings things I've ever heard in my entire life.
It just occurred to me.
Big responsibility. You can't just do that.
It just occurred to me that we saw that fire before in this direction that we're headed towards.
That is true, yeah.
Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, so we've got water and then forest, and maybe this is fire?
Positive. It doesn't seem like they were... Well, that positive shrine threw a wrench into the whole elemental...
Yeah, I'm not doing a Final Fantasy here.
Fair enough.
Okay, so could I have another survival, please, for further navigation?
Sure.
Roll to survive.
Roll to survive.
Oh god,
What's
that
it
makes
called?
This...
The
It's
dying
got
check?
+1, 26.
Oh yeah, you know where you're going. There was even more buffs on that because you can follow the smell now. So you get to about here, and then you stumble across a little something.
Something.
Yeah, let me. I'm just gonna leave you on that map for a sec while I bring you into this one, because I want you to be in a place.
But I'm lonely here.
There's 4 of you. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
All these trees.
The trees will keep us company.
They
They're
will.
always
Okay, and we are here.
always.
You're at the bottom.
Ooh, okay. That's where
I always knew Chris was at the bottom.
I always
Chris is
knew. I always
Why
knew
is
that.
it? Why is this roast Chris day?
I always knew that B was a bottom.
I mean, bottom does start with B.
Wow.
Wow. Does that mean
Wow.
topping starts with T and tulip?
Well, if Tulip is the one doing it, I don't know if I mind.
Hey.
Oh no,
saying.
younger
Why is
sister,
this
what
chat-
are you doing?
Why has this chat got so fucking thirsty? What the fuck?
All
To
right.
be fair, we aren't biological siblings.
Oh my god, it's
I swear to
If you're
God.
gonna start actuallying social incest, then we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, come on, we're not
All
having.
right.
What are we doing on the forest floor step, bro? Moment.
I sent some
Help me,
forest
brother, I'm
fires.
stuck.
I sent some forest fires. Please describe to us how the forest is burning.
Yes.
Yes. So, before you, at the bottom of the map here, is a little bit of burnt area that appears to have a little fire sprite jumping up and down and around the trees. And he's quite happily just kind of burning things.
Does it look or does it sound gleeful if it's actually making any noise, or does it look like it's cheerful?
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's cheerful.
Well, that's not a good sign. Yeah, I bet the forest isn't as cheerful.
No.
Okay, well. What do I know about the general intelligence level of spirits like this? Is it the
Do me a... You don't have any, like, knowledge planes or anything, do you?
I
Lore
have.
planes?
I have Lore Fey. Is that relevant?
they're distinct?
You could try.
I mean, is it a Fey or is it like a separate?
Wow, you
Are-
have...
Are
a will-o-the
elementals
wisp
still
for them, maybe.
elementals?
Elementals are elementals. I am not going to definitively say whether this is a Fey or an elemental.
If it's a will-o'-the-wisp, then it might be a. Actually, that doesn't even count as a fey. This
Well,
is me saying
everything-
out of character. Yeah.
Everything so far has been decidedly
Dude, I'll do that.
like
whatever.
the water elemental sprite things that are the tentacle things that attacked us, and then the vines in the previous.
Or-
Like they weren't creatures per se.
Chris, this ain't
Yes,
a Fey.
Yeah, there's a shame I rolled a 26 on it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Could I do a? I know nature goes over primal magic, but I don't know if it actually covers elementals or if it's something else.
Nature would be the right... It would probably be your best bet.
Sure.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of fire elemental, and they tend to not be animalistic in intelligence. They're a bit brighter than that normally.
Haha, brighter.
That wasn't
So
even
is it like
intentional, but I'm gonna
a
take it.
crow or something? Are we talking like
No, we're
childish?
talking. Let me just double check what it's actually. We are talking like a lot of the time, surprisingly, actually like uneducated person, intelligent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Does Chris speak any
I mean-
elemental languages?
I
Is the word
don't
you're looking for.
know. Like the idea between the like languages or behind the languages Chris had is he was looking into what he thought might be related to the big Gribbly that Murder does. So he speaks like infernal and celestial and shit like that. He doesn't speak unless Sylvan counts.
Nope. You are looking
Oh,
for
I
Ignan.
I do
Do
not speak.
I keep trying to get a lot of mileage out of this, and I'm not trying to abuse it. But does knowing Terran kind of give me enough Ignan to like say hello, and stuff like that, like basic Like, I'm not trying to break it by getting a free language or whatever, but like, can I say hello? You know?
I mean, you can say hello with a hand gesture, so I guess yeah, but you're not
Okay.
going to be able to communicate anything of any complexity, really.
Sure. I'm just like I want to be able to recognize the other elemental languages and maybe speak like 3 words,
Yeah,
in each
sure.
of them or something like that.
The same way I
Okay.
can speak about 3 words of German, but wouldn't ever say that I can actually speak German.
Right, exactly. Okay, yeah, so I'll call out to them in with a hello in Ignan.
Okay, and
Alright.
oh, go on.
We probably out of character. We probably need to be a little closer. In character, B is going to say, "Do you think we'll be able to convince them of anything? I don't. I feel like that guy." And she jabs a thumb in the elemental's direction. Is having an awful lot of fun. I don't know if it'll listen if we tell it not to burn things, if we even could.
Yeah, more than likely it works the same way as the I'm not expecting this to work. But if it does work, I'll be curiously surprised.
Okay. Well,
But yeah, that's kind of my thought process is that like more than likely it's not going to be. I'm expecting it to be not capable of understanding us. But if it does, yeah, we'll see where we go from there.
well, if you don't mind getting your first singed, I guess go right ahead. I'll keep I'll be ready if it tries to do anything.
Okay. And Ziggo will walk up there like here against the tree trunk, and like lean back against it and call out and hello to the
Okay.
fire sprite.
And it gives like an excited ooh and comes over, and then immediately goes past you to B.
And she's kind of hiding behind the tree, peeking out, and she's like, "Whoa!" And she like jumps back a couple feet, and she kind of just looks at it warily.
It's very interested in B's hair. It sees kinship.
Okay. B is interested in not letting it touch her hair if it tries.
Oh, it's trying. It's about to try.
Okay. she'll keep backing away, and she'll kind of hold her hair kind of protectively, and she goes, "Guys." Oh no. Is it
Chris
like
sort of like
Fine.
watches kind of amusing. It's like, what did you fart and make it interested?
she
God damn it.
she has a second to turn around, and glare at Chris, and then runs behind him.
It's gonna turn around and look at Zigga, as Zigga said a word.
Yeah. I mean, I said one word to it. Yeah.
Is it? Are you continuing to engage and try and keep its interest?
Um, I don't know. It depends on the limits of my language. Obviously, we specifically said that my language is very limited. So I mean, I guess I'm trying like the other word that I know, which I'm gonna hopefully say is stop.
Okay. It
Actually,
seems. It
you
seems.
know what?
Go on.
I think it's slow down or something like that. Like, because I would think like as you're learning, if you ever try to learn a language, one of the first things you learn is slow down to like get people that are speaking the language
Sure.
and I'm gonna use it like that.
It's you. Do me a perception. Do me a perception real quick.
Okay.
I think it's actually specifically saying speak slower.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
slower.
Okay. So it grins at you for a moment, and then immediately makes a beeline for Chris.
Beeline.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Hey, it's
Just
accurate
gonna
and pun.
Uh,
So this thing actually does have a face then.
Oh
as,
yeah.
as drawn.
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
a
okay.
face.
The water snakes did not, as far as I remember, did they?
Correct.
No.
No,
Neither
they
did
were
the
sort of.
vines, clearly. I don't
Yeah.
think that the rats were the equivalent of
No, I
the
don't think so.
serpents. Or I think the vines were the equivalent of the
Wildlife.
serpents.
Yeah.
The thing is going to try and go through Chris's hat.
Chris like takes it off out the way.
Okay, and then
That leaves your hair.
and then it's about to be inside B.
Okay, B is going to yelp as some of her barrier disappears. She's going to duck and then dive through Chris's legs to try to tumble to the other side.
If you're diving, you're now prone,
Okay, sure.
and it's gonna loop down because it is a ball of fire with a face. It's gonna loop
Right.
down underneath through his legs and then be on you.
Can she roll over? Because stop, drop, and roll.
Let's see if this hits first. That probably
Okay.
hits.
That does hit indeed.
Does that crit?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Such a critting.
It's on your head, and you're now taking 1 persistent fire damage every time you move.
All right. B is going to scream gently.
Scream gently.
I mean, it's a dignified scream. Okay, as dignified as it could be. She's going to do something that probably will not make her any friends with among the fire elemental crowd, and cast produce water. She's not casting it offensively at it, and she is not casting it offensively at herself. I would like to just produce some water and let it like drop on her head, kind of thing.
Roll me an attack roll. Does that have an attack roll?
Yes, it
Roll
does
me
have
an attack roll anyway.
All right, let's do it. Where is my spell attack roll? I'll just use this for now because I don't actually have it set up. Same.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So you put out the fire, having suffered 1 damage.
Sure.
It's not very happy with this. It looks very grumpy, and it's going to try and come at you again.
Okay. I thought that might be the case.
Are we actually in initiative now, or
Well,
are
that
we just
depends
sort
on
of...
if you're actually going to try and fight it.
I think that we probably get rid of it.
B is
I mean,
going to
if whether it's conscious of its behavior or not, it is actively killing us.
Totally.
Anyway,
yeah, that hits.
1 damage. It can't set you on fire because you are wet.
Okay.
And if you're actually going to try and kill it, we should probably have an initiative.
It's so friendly, but yeah. I don't think B is willing to be target practice for someone who likes her hair. Even if
I mean,
it is...
alternatively, if we do damage to it and it backs off, like if it gets offended by the idea of us hurting it, and leaves us alone, then that's just as good.
Depending on how much HP it has, I might actually, because I imagine it's probably weak to water.
I'm getting the impression that if we hurt it in any significant way, like these serpents, and like the vines, it will immediately dissipate.
See, I guess. We shall see. It's gonna be hell to get rid of all these split ends afterwards, or scorched ends, I should say.
Oh, there's a bunch of them further up as well. I hadn't spotted that.
Yes. Well, I imagine we probably haven't necessarily spotted that either, but...
Yeah, we're kind of focused on our current predicament.
I need something in the turn order for Tulip and Zigga still.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, initiative-wise?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Going to helpfully yell, don't just stand there, do something.
Oh, the fucking 26 from
Unfortunately, you weren't clicked on your character, so it didn't come up, because that's how this works, apparently. The fuck?
I mean...
You need to select your character.
You should probably take that 26 and just...
Yeah, Can I...
Put it on the order, that's all.
Add turn. I can do that. Okay, 26. Cool, there we go. That button. Okay, Tulip is up to do something about this fire wisp.
I mean, I guess I'll come down here and try and swack it.
What? Well, from okay,
What?
you're not next to it, but yep.
Why
It
not?
may not have updated on your
You
sheet
might
itself.
have to refresh if it's desynced.
Yeah, it's up here.
Okay, let's flail at fire, I guess.
That will hit it, and it gigafalters. I'm just going to put you there for now, because that's where you need to be. Yeah, it is faltering already, and flickers badly. And it does not
Can
look
I-
happy with you, but it is still up.
Can I hit it again?
Yes, you moved once and attacked once.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that'll do it. You hit it again, and it goes down. It peters out very quickly.
Yeah, get styled upon cute wisp. Oh no, I feel bad.
B is going to just stare at the empty air where it was, and she's going to, after a few seconds, say, "You know, I feel kind of sorry for it, but I think my hair will thank me."
I mean, no means no. If it didn't understand that, then it's whatever.
B will stand up and pat herself off, pat the dirt off, and she says, "Yeah, I guess so." She looks at the burning tree and she says, "We should probably do something about that before we move on."
Sounds reasonable.
So close are the trees? Like, are they? Is there actually? I mean, I know fire can actually leap quite far if it gets hot enough, but or big enough. Does it seem like there's any immediate danger of anything we can see causing like an actual forest fire?
Not right now. It's too kind of moist and not super dry in the area.
Okay, sure. But she will cast produce water on the tree a few times until she can put it out.
Sure, it'll go out. I don't have that prepared, but it happens.
Chris sort of like looks around for anything different, and it's like, so where's the big shrine thing? Anyone?
Well, it's going to be further north. I mean, the smell is getting worse in this direction, and wherever the smell is getting worse, he points.
Northeast-ish as you were moving.
Yeah.
I
West,
imagine,
northwest, whatever. The way you were moving.
Northwest.
Yes.
I imagine most of the sky is just like black smoke now, or at least a lot of it is.
It's definitely hazy.
We are currently in the area equivalent to the beginning of the swamp and the beginning of the trees.
Oh,
getting
of the
overgrown.
overgrowth. Sure.
Yeah.
So we probably do have to go closer. Can we see the smoke coming off of this one since it's pretty close?
Yes, you can see that, and indeed these other two wispy boys dancing around, happily setting small fires and watching them burn out.
Sure.
Given that they have faces and thus are anthropomorphized to some extent, I think for Tulip's sake, we should probably just avoid them entirely and find a way to the shrine without killing as many as possible.
Thank you for taking my feelings into consideration. I don't like killing small things.
They are
If they
also
didn't have,
they are also slowly burning down the forest.
yeah, but
No.
once we address the shrine, we can deal with that. Like, it'll probably resolve that situation. And rather than like individually dealing with each individual small fire, we could just take care of the problem at its source.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are probably a lot of them in the general.
Yeah, I mean, if the ones we see are like a tiny microcosm of what probably exists out there.
Sure.
And we can, I think we can have that discussion in character because B would have mentioned that after seeing that even. Okay. So I guess we should make good time because she'll say, "I don't know how long it'll be until that starts catching."
I mean, what I don't want to do is walk forward to it and then end up surrounded by a burning forest. But sure, I guess we're on a timer.
Oh, I mean, I don't think we're on a significant like deadly timer because these wisps have been here for quite a while. burning the forest outwards from their location. Like we gotta imagine it's got to be in a complete circle all the way around the shrine and slowly working its way outwards. Like it's not like we're and the further we go in, the more likely we are to find burned trees that aren't going to catch fire again already. You know, because they're already burned. I mean, we're not really.
I guess worst case scenario, we just stay in the central area while everything else burns down.
This is fine dog. Tiff.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm kind of surprised that the whole place isn't already ablaze.
It might.
Whatever.
It might have only started very recently once we did stuff to the water shrine.
Yeah, but wasn't that like a full 2 days ago at this point?
Maybe there was a pretty big rain beforehand. I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Either way, let's get on with it then. He'll just like carry on walking in the direction that the shrine is.
So you're
Ish.
While they walk, you will comment on the bright side. At least, keep forgetting the name of that town where we came from.
Holton.
Holton. At least Holton's too wet to burn.
So you are, as a group, continuing up the path to the shrine?
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. At this point, you don't really need to navigate, because it just keeps getting more burny and smoky and nasty.
And on fire, yeah.
So you reach the fire shrine.
And I don't think it matters now that we're actually on this map, but B would also be on the lookout for any people, just because if there's burning stuff here, it might have attracted some attention.
Am I putting you on the right I am. Good. You don't see any people, which
Sure.
may well be curious and
That's a-
significant if you decide to consider it so.
Sure. We were also coming from the wrong direction, so B didn't imagine that there were going to be people, but
Mm.
yeah, they'd probably be coming from the west, if anything. Okay, well. Well, now, that looks like braziers.
Yep, I see braziers and I see fire wisps, and I'm immediately thinking of a solution.
Are they unlit?
They are unlit.
That seems remarkably lazy of them. I wonder what might be the issue.
Well, they've clearly shown affinity for your hat and your hair. So,
What are you trying to
although, I'm saying we should lure them into the braziers. Because I am guessing that they aren't going to be started by normal fire. Like if we light a torch or something like that.
B is going to look at Zika very unhappily. Do I have to?
You don't have to. We could make Chris do everything.
We could do what now?
Neither
It's like, whoa. No, we can't.
I mean, you didn't do anything in the last.
Did I not?
Fired.
Is that the case, mate?
All right. All
Wow.
right. You two, come on.
I
guess-
didn't get caught by vines at any point last time.
Oh my god, you two, please. We have a fucking puzzle
This
to
is-
solve.
Absolutely sibling talk.
Yeah.
Who was the one who got stuck in all the vines? Oh no, get me down, everyone. Well, that was mostly B, but also you.
Because I was saving B.
Oh, tomato. Like, I don't know, man.
Please, you can fight over me later.
Oh my god, no, I'm gonna yeet all of you up in the brazier if you don't fucking stop.
Stop sexualizing B.
Stop looting each other.
She's-
That's not
She's
how this
just-
family
she's
works.
just making a joke. Wasn't even in that sense.
Oh my
What other sense is there? Stop fighting over me.
You can fight over someone without it being romantic.
Oh my god. Please.
I like
the
to think that
puzzle-
this argument is also in character.
it
Like we're
totally is.
constantly meta discussing our theoretical relationship.
Are
Okay.
we attracting the?
Oh, no.
Like Chris, like looks over at all the
We're
wisps.
attacking.
Like, is it just me, or are they coming towards us?
You're attracting an audience.
Okay.
They like shipping.
Oh no. Surprising, given their fire elementals, I wouldn't think they would have any interest in the nautical industry.
The flame that burns twice as bright.
Okay. B is going to say, okay, well, if I'm baiting it, then I guess I should be moving right now. Go, okay, bye. And she's going to start, kind of sprinting this way. I will take multiple move actions until you want to do something, basically.
So what we'll do is probably have
Okay.
a turn order, because that's probably
Sure.
the easiest way to manage this.
Do that then.
It's like as B starts running off, or talks about, oh, maybe I should, go bait them now. Okay, thanks. Chris sort of looks at everyone, looks back at B, and is like, do we have a way to stop them burning you alive? Or is this one of those things where you try and jump into the possible blender hole again because adventure?
B is going to kind of yell, because I imagine in character she's already running, where she's going to yell back, I don't plan on being burned, thank you very much.
Zigga's going to do the same thing, but over here, this way.
So I should probably I just added another turn for B instead of for Tulip. I should probably
good place.
describe this a little better. So the these are actually fairly squat towers, about 2-story tall on the outside, and about
Squat, yeah.
sorry.
Squat, yes. Two stories.
Well, for a tower.
Yeah, I guess.
And the one in the middle is maybe 3. The brickwork is on ground level, kind of embedded in the ground.
So like more like cobblestone sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is there any elevation change anywhere on this map, other than the towers, obviously? And B, are there any visible entrances to the towers from where we're standing?
No and no.
Okay, that's awkward. All right, amazing.
What is the tower constructed out of?
Looks like wood, with some metal and stone bits, but mostly wood.
Does it look like you can scale it pretty easy?
Yeah, it's reasonably doable. It's like sheer, well, it's vertical, so it's not easy, but you could climb check that.
Do we have any reason to believe that these might be made for burning?
Possibly.
Or did they actually look like, like painstakingly constructed like a normal structure would be, or are they more like haphazard?
Oh yeah, no, they look like they're actual structures.
Okay, so
that are
probably not
things.
meant to be burnt, as in the entire thing. Then
Yep,
we can
we're gonna
actually see like the braziers, like they're made of metal and everything.
Yeah, you can see them. They're just about poking out the top of it.
Sure, so
The central one has those things coming out the sides, about halfway up.
Okay, got it. All right, well, probably not meant to be burned. I'm going to maybe, just out of character, I feel like we might want to reconsider the luring them in and trying to burn it plan, if that's the case. Just because that seems like it's not the...
To be perfectly honest, I don't think that logically, I don't think that a solid plank of wood on a structure is going to light just by having this fire sprite brush up against it.
Not that, it's just that if we try to lure it, I don't think it's going to fly up 2 stories in the air and go through it rather than just go around it. So I don't think it's going to even be possible to lure them into it.
I don't know we don't know what their movement capabilities are. We've seen them jump quite a bit, and they could theoretically be capable of jumping a lot higher than we expect it can.
I mean, theoretically, but there's no reason for them to do that.
Well, Zigga's going to try it. And if it doesn't work, then we can come up with another plan.
Okay.
I forgot to put their speed on their sheet, which is very inconvenient because I need to know what their speed is. There we go. Okay. Chris is up, if Chris would like to do anything.
Not particularly. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
A question: did we rest after the positive energy temple?
No.
No. Okay, great.
You did not elect to rest. You left to come here.
Fantastic. Well, of haste.
I don't really have anything in particular to do. I guess I'll just sort of like wander over here, go.
I mean, at the very least, you could just thin out the herd of the
But
spirits.
are we actually attacking them? Because are they
Well,
like?
I mean, like if Zigga's solution is correct, we don't need this many. Like, we don't need this many spirits. And so thinning the herd out might be a good idea.
Do we actually think they're aggressive?
I mean,
Given
they're aggressive in the friendly sense. Like, they're not hostile, but they're also dangerous. Like,
yes, they're friendly, but unfortunately, their existence is incompatible with life.
So you want me to attack them?
I mean, yeah.
Or I should say
Okay.
proximity is incompatible with life.
Problem is, they all go after me, and if I walk forward and attack one, then I'm going to get swarmed by angry
Then
fire
hold your action.
shitters. Sure, will do. Go.
That was the plan anyway.
Okay. Let's do some measuring.
Okay.
Bomb.
Oh no.
Bomb. I think they can pretty much just all get here, to be honest with you.
Oh no.
They hungry.
Oh my god, please.
But
Okay,
that
well-
is all they are doing.
Okay, well, the good news is
AoE, go.
yes. Yes. I'm trying to see how best to do this. Well, I could do a non-lethal AoE, or I can do a lethal AoE. Okay, well, we were thinning them out, so B is going to. I guess make it do it from here. B is going to cast moist hands.
Moist hands.
Moist hands. Hands of moisture.
Do not like the name of that word.
What
The name of
moist?
that spell. Yeah, it's
Y-
just a weird name for a spell.
It's burning hands, but water flavored.
I know what it is. I'm just saying, like, it's bizarre.
So I'm gonna just do my electric arc and for the DC, and then I'll roll the damage separately because I don't actually was not expecting to use it, but
Oh, so the moist hands also has the basic.
yep, they have the same. They have
Okay,
the same
sure.
basically.
It's what, a 10-foot cone?
Yep. So it hits. I'm aiming at here, here, and
You're aiming
here.
at straight north 10-foot cone. Okay.
Yes.
So I need to do that, and that.
Okay.
So 2 of them save and 1 of them don't.
Yep.
So reading top to bottom, left to right, that one saves, that one doesn't. Basic is a success, is halving it.
Yes. If they are weak to water damage, they still take that weak damage. I believe.
Sure.
I don't know if it's a null or if it's not. Let's see.
So that would be. That would be that. That would be that. Okay.
I mean, can I take my action now that they've all moved? Because I held action.
Yes.
I
you
didn't
can.
want to move up and... Okay.
You can.
So I guess...
How many actions was that, B? That was 2.
Yep. So I can still, if they're
Oh, you
still
can
up,
do something else, yeah.
Yeah.
They are still standing. They look rather put out.
Jesus.
okay. Time to God. This is not amazing, I will admit. This map is not accounting for diagonals properly, is it right now?
Let me double check.
I don't think it is.
It is not. It should now.
Perfect. Okay.
It's annoying that I don't think I can set that as a default for the campaign, but whatever.
Okay, he's going to back up to here.
Sure.
Okay. I will. I guess I will back up, and then I will. Wow, that is a lot of people around Zigger. I'm gonna use Blood Ward on Zigger,
Sure.
calling Elemental.
Could you
'Cause I'm...
put that in somewhere? Do you have that actually in your Roll20 sheet? Or
No, I can copy it into the thing
yeah,
for
if
you.
you could. Save
Designate a type, status bonus to saving throws and AC against creatures of that trait. So elemental.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't copy. But shall see.
10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, it gives Zigger +1 to AC and saving throws against. I assume elementals these are, so I'll call elemental.
Sure.
And then I will nudge fate on Tulip. So
Are they all? Are they both one action actions?
yes.
Cool.
So I moved, then I cast 2 1 action
Mhm.
hexes technically. Yeah, +1 if needed for Tulip, and then straight up +1 AC for Zigger
Okay.
and saving throws. But yeah,
Tulip, you got a lot of boys, and they're coming to set you on fire.
Your
Alright.
milkshake brought all the boys
excuse
to
me,
the
I need
yard.
blue. BRB.
This
I
boys.
guess I'm going to rage and then start swinging my sword.
Cool.
Guess that's what I do. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, that'll hit. That has additional 2 rage damage on top of it, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Which one are you hitting with that?
The one that's directly to the left of Zigga.
Sure. It is so fucking close to dead.
All right. I have 1 action left, so I think I'm gonna take a swing at the one on the left. Well, can Zigga finish this guy off?
I'm not planning on attacking.
Okay, then I'll just swing again at the one I hit before.
Sure. That will miss, I'm afraid,
Beans.
with the 5. Zigger.
All right. So what are the rules for jumping over things?
Oh, blimey. Okay, where is Path Builder?
Like, do you have to roll acrobatics anytime you jump at all, or do you?
There's a leap is a athletics governed action, but you can jump a certain amount based on your movement speed normally, just as an action.
Mm-hmm.
That is normally not for jumping over creatures. Fish may see otherwise, just because these guys are probably not that big. Normally it'd be a tumble, I think, which would be acrobatics.
I'm picturing these things, and I don't know if that's actually correct, but I'm picturing them to be like a foot tall.
They are very small creatures. They're smaller than they are depicted there. They don't fill their entire cell, but they are moving very erratically.
Well,
Within that
Zigga's
space.
also pretty nimble, so I feel like I've got a good chance at it.
I'm gonna say that if you want to move through them, you can flavor it as a small J jump if you like, but it would be a tumble through.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah, tumbling doesn't exist anymore. What do I need to do to tumble?
Strider up to your speed during this movement. You can try to move through the space of one enemy. Attempt an acrobatics check against their reflex DC. If you succeed, you move through, treating the square as difficult terrain. If you fail, the movement ends. I may change that failure state, though. That would be against their reflex DC. That will fail. You can move as you wish, but you will take an attack for it.
Okay,
You
that's
will
fine.
take
I'm gonna
damage
go
for
ahead.
it.
Take damage or take an attack.
Take damage for it. Because
Oh.
you moved through the fire, literally through the fire elemental.
Okay. All right. So then, yeah, I'm moving north then, and I'm going to see that treat that square as difficult terrain. So that means that I can only move 4 for my first movement.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And I'm going just straight north. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then stopping at the base of the tower.
Sure. Take 3 fire damage and ignore the persistent for that.
Okay. And I'm really hoping that at least some of them will choose to follow Zega.
Sure. The fire wisps are up, and indeed, 2 of them are going to move up to Zigger. Oh, you are very lucky. They move to there and stop. These 2 are going to move down to Chris.
Oh boy.
These 2 are going to move down to B.
Oh no.
And these are going to close ranks on Tulip. And you lot are about to get fucking fire tendrilled.
Oh no.
B. That
That hit.
and that.
That also hits. Okay, so 4 and 2 persistent. Oh, that's
Yes.
nasty. Okay.
Tulip. Miss and critical miss.
Okay.
She's
Chris,
just staring at them.
who may still be in the bathroom. A hit and a hit, I think. Possibly a crit on that last one.
Yeah, maybe actually.
Yes, I believe it is.
Oh damn.
I will
So,
adjust the
8
health appropriately.
holy balls.
That was... Oh, no, that's not quite right. So that wants to be 24 minus 8. So 16 with 2 persistent fire. I'm going to put... Can you put numbers on these? You can. I don't want you to have that one, though. There's got to be a fire one in here somewhere.
There's no great fire one, I think. That is
How
the one I was
have they not got a great fire one?
That is the one I was using for burns in PTU.
It looks
You
like
just-
poison to me.
It is, I think it is poison, but I use the skull and crossbones for poison.
Ugh, I'm going to give you this plant one, because it looks more like a flame.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it is weird that they don't have a fire one. That
Of
seems to be
all of them, to like, fire is like the quintessential status that you do to damage people, right?
They even have an ice one.
Sorry about that.
How often does freezing people come up?
Oh, what is going on?
We got mauled by some fire.
Yes.
You got
You did get crit. You've taken 8 fire damage and 2 persistence.
So 10 total.
You'll take the persistent damage at the start of your turn.
which
End
I'm
of your
going to
turn.
do right now.
End of your
Oh,
turn,
okay.
as long as you have it. You can, after it, you can do a DC 15 flat check to see if you recover from it.
Okay. That's a good thing at least.
I
That's
think
like
you
8
can.
damage. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
2 of them hit you, and 1 of them crit, and the other rolled max damage. So
Do
Okay.
you resolve each instance of a thing individually, or do you roll the DC 15 flat check once per round?
I think you're supposed to do it individually. I'm gonna say do it once, otherwise we're gonna be rolling for days.
Sure.
Well, I think that once we get up to like 4 or 5 persistent damage, it probably won't matter.
Yeah, probably not. You can also spend 2 actions to try and intentionally recover from the damage, which is a
Percent, I guess.
DC 10, so basically stop, drop, and roll,
Okay.
or pat it out.
Out of,
or whatever.
out of curiosity, would that actually put you prone?
No, I'm not
Okay.
that mean.
It's just
Well, this
I-
is
I'm just asking.
Mm.
this is bad.
That's
These
a-
fire creatures
a
are much
Is that
more
a
dangerous.
2
than this.
action? Is putting yourself out a 2 action?
It is.
Okay, got it. Well, that is probably not that productive when there are 2 right in front of me. It's a shame that the damaged ones went up, although one of them is. This is like that game where you're shifting the cups around with something under one.
Yes.
Did I see which one Tulip attacked earlier?
Yes, it's the one north of Tulip.
One north of Tulip. Okay, got it. Okay. Can I shoot through her?
Yeah, I think.
It's just water. It's
Yeah. Well, there's also the conceit that the 5-foot square is not fully occupied by Tulip because Tulip is not 5 foot wide.
right.
Can you imagine though?
No.
Heckin' chonker.
That's an
before
absolute unit right there.
Tulip
No,
is strong mad for any of those who liked Monster Runner.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Let's see. But it's almost okay.
Hmm.
I think this is probably a better choice to do this. Okay. I am actually going to Electric Arc, the one above Tulip, and one of the ones beside B.
Sure. Any particular one beside B?
Let's say direct left. Doesn't really matter.
Sure. Okay, reading top to bottom, left to right. Fails. And crit succeeds, which I believe is no damage.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well, the one above Tulip is utterly obliterated.
Okay. And
And when that happens,
does it explode?
no. But you do see a little something happen up by the tower.
Oh, I see. Did you take a... Maybe not intentionally. That's
What?
a fireball spell.
That is fireball for MTG, yes.
Yes. No, I was wondering if you took a leaf from my book, but probably not intentionally. Okay. Last action, B is going to cast her focus spell, which is one action.
Mhm.
Water toss. One to her left.
Sure.
It is bludgeoning, not water damage. So for what that's worth.
Sure. Okay.
Although it has the water trait, I don't know how it actually affects things like that.
I should probably have looked that up before creating a bunch of encounters that involve things that have weaknesses.
I think it is actually based on the. I think it's actually based on the trait, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I believe it is. If you have a weakness to something, extra effect here, you increase it by the value of the weakness. Okay, cool. They are in fact weak to water, as they are balls of fire. And it is thoroughly moistened.
Okay, that was my action, so I would take my persistent fire damage.
Yes,
And
then
save for it, I guess?
a DC 15 flat check.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go. Nope.
The good news is you don't get any more on fire from that.
Oh, that's helpful.
Chris, you're up.
Well, fuck. I'm not sure.
Which is the
What
other
is
one I
correct?
moistened?
Sorry?
Which is the other one I moistened with moist hands before?
Uh,
Is it this one?
yes,
chance?
it's the one to the right of Chris.
Oh, that was right.
I could just fall over in this round of combat.
You could just fall over, yes.
Yeah, which is bad.
I think you're currently on 16.
Yes, that would.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I'm on 16 of 24. For some reason, it really doesn't want to update the health bar of my token, which is really annoying. Okay. Oh, no, I thought I was on 8
No.
because my token was
You took
lying
minus-
to me.
Yeah, you took -8.
Yeah, it's not mapping against your HP attribute currently. We can fix that at some point.
Okay. I guess I need to. So I think Bloodward was sustained. Yeah. So I have to sustain the spell on Zigger. Is that right?
Yes, this is a one action, I think, to sustain a
Yes.
spell.
That is correct.
I'll have to sustain that. And then I guess I'll just telekinetic projectile the one that's already been hurt.
Sure.
Which I believe is /roll 1d20 +7. Lol, no.
That will miss.
Yeah, okay. Well, that is that then.
Tulip.
I mean, I guess I swing my sword.
Oh wait, I need
Oh
to
yeah,
roll a
sorry.
D20.
Chris needs to take 2 and then roll a DC 15 flat check.
Okay,
Good.
I succeed.
You succeed. You are no longer on fire
Excellent.
for now.
Fuck.
Tulip.
Alright.
That will hit. It is still
No.
up.
Well, let's see if it. God,
Does
it's always
that-
the second one.
That will miss.
God damn it! Can I?
You
I
have
one more?
you have one more. That will miss, I'm afraid.
Really? Oh, that's.
You're rolling at a -10 at that point because you've rolled less each time,
Well, that's fair.
which is unfortunate. Okay,
Is there a
Zig,
way to reduce that?
you can have an agile weapon which makes it a -4 instead of a -5, and
But not otherwise.
there is one other way to do it, but you need to do specific ranger stuff. You can actually get it down to a -2, -4 penalty that way.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, carry on.
Right, Zigger, what's your plan over by that eastern tower?
Well, prior to this fireball showing up, which seems to resolve one of the things that we were trying to do, I was going to climb the tower and try to get them to follow me up the side of the tower and light the brazier. But it doesn't appear that that's going to be doing the. Because
I'd probably recommend just hitting them.
Yeah, I'm suspecting that this fireball is going to travel around the path and end up on the brazier anyway. That's what I'm hoping. So I am going to make a deception check to feint or create whatever it's called, create a diversion or whatever.
Feint deception?
On the one on the left.
Create a diversion. Well, so wait, no, they are both actions.
Yeah, I think it's a one action with against roll DC.
Right, but
Yeah.
which one is it we're trying to do? Are we trying to throw off enemy defenses?
Whatever lets me sneak attack. I don't remember what
feint.
the.
It's feint.
Yeah. Feint.
I just want to make sure we're using the right thing here. So this is a deception against perception.
Oh, perception DC, not will.
Okay. Which one is flat-footed?
The one that's on the left,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shank it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna hit. For 11, sure.
And he's already got hit with the moist hands, right?
Yes, he is ill.
Stab him again.
Oh, he's still not down. Okay, I'm gonna attack him again.
Yep.
Yeah, these things are surprisingly beefy.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and do I retain my sneak attack for the entire round or just for that one attack?
They are flat-footed against your next melee attack.
Okay, so
Did his 24, is that a crit or not?
No.
It
Because
will also not be a 24.
it's a 19, right?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's still
What?
down.
Why is it a
You-
19, not a 24?
You rolled +8 twice. Without the attack penalty.
Oh yeah, it's -5 for the multi-attack penalty as well.
That still hits.
And another
I'm ready.
brazier bursts into fire.
I'm ready to be more on fire.
Right. So they don't like that their buddies are being beaten up, and the fires are going out. They're not a fan of that. So the two that are next to B are going to move up to here and prepare some shenanigans.
Oh no.
And
Triangle
the two,
attack?
and the two
They're
that are
Voltron.
next to Chris are going to move up to here.
Oh.
Are they gonna Voltron?
That looks like a triangle attack. A Fire Emblem.
And then the one that's next to Tulip is going to do one of these at Tulip. It's a hit for 22, dealing 5 points of fire damage.
Okay, guess I'll die.
They have battery.
And the
Yeah.
one next to Zigger is a hit for 15, which I think misses.
Yeah, definitely misses.
Especially with +1 AC, right? I think Zigger's
Yeah,
on like
my
a
AC
23
right
or
now
something.
is my AC right now is 22.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And then we are back to B.
Okay.
Does the math work out such that the better your AC is, the more important is each like point you gain? Is that how that works here or not?
Oh, not in this system, I think.
I mean,
Ye-
kind of. The higher your AC, the less things will be able to hit you. Like the fewer things, I suppose I should say, will be able to
Sure,
hit
sure.
you.
I
the
mean,
higher
I don't think each point of AC is incrementally more valuable than the previous one. I think they reduce the same amount of effective damage per.
Yeah,
or
I
expected
think so. Yeah, against any one enemy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. B will still be burning, but is thankful for the momentary reprieve. She is going to let's see. Okay, they keep moving around. Which one did I hit before?
The bottom one and the one next to Tulip are both damaged.
Okay. B is going to cast. Once again, I don't have this spell, but conjure or create water.
Mm-hmm.
So he uses attack roll. That probably misses.
That will miss.
And B is going to spend the other action to run over here and burn.
Yes, 2 points of persistent and then flat 15.
One of these days, she'll try to stop, drop, and roll.
I mean, you
That
just
will
roll,
not be today.
hopefully.
Nope.
Nope. So
Well, no, the DC is lower if you actually take the action.
Yeah, if you pay the 2 actions, it's only DC 10.
Okay,
I mean,
which
good thing you
that's-
didn't, because
Which
that
that
still wouldn't
still
have
wouldn't
worked.
have worked, but you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris.
Okay, I will continue sustaining Zigger's ridiculous fucking AC,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll try and shoot this one
Sure.
again. Am I right in thinking that the 1 minute is like 10 rounds or something? Is that
Yes,
correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that hit?
Will hit. Yes.
Holy shit! I haven't actually landed this thing in a while. Gotta remind myself. 1d6 plus.
Plus your spellcasting mod, maybe.
Yeah, so 1d6 plus 4. Okay. I don't actually have a better attacking move. I'm mostly around like AC buffs and stuff.
Mm. Oh, you nearly fucking put it out with that one. Very, very close.
Poop. Poop. It wasn't good enough.
Tulip.
It's okay, you tried.
I guess we're swinging the sword. Surprise, surprise. Let's go.
That will miss.
Okay.
That will miss.
Okay, alright.
That will
Then.
miss.
God damn it.
But I
quit.
will note that would have hit for 32 if it had
Yeah, it's
crit.
a real fucking shame it didn't.
These things are dodging around. They're mean boys.
So.
Oh my god. I guess that's me. There's my turn.
Zigger.
All right, I'm gonna try to deceive Moist Boy.
Sure.
Just FYI, it's against their DC, not against a roll.
Yes, that succeeds, yes. Sorry. I didn't see the roll pop up.
All right, to hit.
That
Is
will
that
miss.
That's flat-footed. Is
I
that
believe.
2.
Flat-footed is
So
only
it's
2.
14.
So yes, that will miss.
okay? And is it my next successful attack, or is it my next attack?
The next melee attack you attempt against it before the end of your current turn.
Wow, I'm not even sure if it's well. I mean, maybe once I get more sneak attack damage. But I was like, as it stands right now, it's almost not worth.
You're likely better off just hitting it, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to take the multiple attack penalty into consideration as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you're increasing the chances that you can roll 20s and stuff like that and get crits. You know.
But
Mm,
that doesn't actually change anything because you can crit and multiply the sneak attack damage as well.
yeah.
It
Okay,
works out the
well,
same.
at least I have panache or whatever that's worth because I
I
successfully
don't know what
did
that
it earlier.
does.
I
Sorry.
hardly know what it does either. I've read it like 6 times. That's
Uh,
good. That's another 12, and so that's another miss.
That is another miss, yeah.
Great. I accomplished nothing.
Okay. The wisps are up, and they are bubbling.
Oh no.
This one pops, and this one pops.
They explode.
They are using
Yes.
explosion. They are using explosion.
They don't pop big enough to... That's the wrong one. They don't pop big enough to actually hurt you. Wow, that one's huge. No. There we go. I was holding Alt, and apparently that makes it come out big. But the other ones, they do seem invigorated by the flames of the sacrificed
Okay, got it.
fire boys. And I've deleted the one that had the fucking initiative tracker on it because I'm a genius. I'm gonna bring another one over here. Completely ignore it. It's just here for initiative. And then it's
Gonna spread another forest fire.
B again, I think.
Okay. Da, 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 da. She is going to yell out to Chris and Tulip. You two can handle this, right? And actually, I don't even think I can get close enough. Hang on, I'm just gonna measure from here.
So the initial fireball that showed up is not moving along the cobblestone or anything like that.
It
It's staying
is-
that.
It is in the brazier that is above that cobblestone track. You see the little bits poking out the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that.
I don't know if we want
Okay,
to
so I
fill
can
that
go
or if we want to prevent that from being filled. Like when we were
Well,
killing them
I-
of our
I
own
think,
measure, and we were filling it, it would seem like a good thing. But now they're actively contributing to them being filled. It makes me wonder if it's actually a bad thing.
that self-sacrifice was a buffing action, so I think filling it is a
Yeah.
good thing, but they also buffed it by doing that. B is gonna run up here and try casting out the produce water
Sure.
at the one to the left of Tulip. So I can't reach the top ones yet.
That will hit.
I think that hits.
What
so-
did it seem like happened when they got buffed? Like they just started moving faster?
They all flared up for a moment and then settled back down to their original intensity and speed from when you first arrived.
So there's no noticeable difference now after having settled down?
Well, the ones that were damaged don't seem quite as damaged anymore.
Okay.
That is 7
Heal maybe a
7 water on the
water
top one.
damage. Yes.
So
That's
that
correct.
should have, sorry, that should have gone, that shouldn't even be in that one, so that should be that. Okay. It looks very damaged again.
Is it this one that you're
Yes.
shooting?
Yes, I am still on fire.
You are. 2 damage, flat 15.
Yes, yes. I already did my check. It failed.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Chris.
Still on fire.
Yes. Okay. I guess again, I mean I'm just gonna do the same thing, so I'm gonna sustain my thing and shoot at the one that stood in front of Tulip.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the 4th turn it's been on him.
What?
The blood.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm assuming that that this will not last long enough such that it's actually a +8.
Oh.
I think my spellcasting mod now. Yeah, I've
Mhm.
been doing the wrong number. Lol.
That
That
will
it?
miss.
Oh, 14 misses. F. Okay.
I think it's like 15 or 16 days. Just looking at things.
Tulip, redemption time.
Oh, don't say that, man. I'm already like so fucking cursed.
Hit!
We actually, I think all of us except for Chris missed that round.
You know, it's actually pretty funny. Like Tulip
I mean-
is a savant when it comes to making skill rolls and whiffs on attack rolls as a
But
barbarian.
the turn before that, I tried to shoot something, missed, and did nothing. And then the turn before that, I moved backwards and like buffed 2 people. So I don't know.
I'm gonna move there and then I'm gonna swing my sword again.
Yep.
Fuck
Miss.
me, Jesus Christ.
What's the +4 on Ziggo? Or this the 4
That's 4 turns of blood rights or blood ward or
Blood ward.
blood
What
blood.
is-
Yeah, it's how long I've sustained my buff on you.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, like, does that give
yeah, it's not a
additional effects based off the amount of rounds?
No,
of the
because I can only sustain it for up to a minute, so it's 4 rounds. 10
Oh,
10
okay.
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
It would be bonkers if it scaled up every round.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's already considered pretty decent. Just a +1 AC. It's not the easiest thing to give to people.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
deceive
Sure.
that one.
Fail.
Excellent.
Hit. Which one are you hitting? The one next to you, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the only yeah.
The only one you can hit. I'm with you. Yes, it is damaged.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to stab it again.
Yeah.
Actually, did that first attack did that crit?
No.
It's
It
5
has
or
like
more,
15
right?
or 16 AC. 10 or more.
10 or more to crit.
Oh, 10 or more. Okay.
Or a natural 20. That will miss.
Yeah, I don't miss. Okay, so yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. They are rather unhappy at this point, and they're actually gonna. No one has attack of opportunity, I don't think.
No.
Okay.
Have attack of opportunity.
They are gonna move this
I don't-
way.
They are speedy lads.
They are.
Wait, they're all going over. Okay.
You might want to spend 2 actions to try and put yourself out at this point.
Possibly. I don't think I can reach them anyway. How tall are these things?
They
the
are
actual
not.
Walls or
No, they're like cobblestone
Okay.
bits in the ground.
paths?
Yes,
They're
paths.
paths, yeah.
That is the word that I was failing to find. Yes.
Yeah, I guess I will move here and then attempt to put myself out. So is that an additional check?
Yes.
Other than the I guess the one at the end,
Yes, it is.
please. Let me remember.
Failure.
Oh my God, I
You
can't still
take
burn that.
you take 2.
Hit
Roll a flat 15.
2.
Failure. God, you're just on fire.
I am in sync with my inner burning self right now.
Other people can also make that roll on your behalf. I should point out. You can go over and try and put B out.
She's just so flammable.
I know.
She's
If she stopped
running around
bathing in
and, like-
turpentine and gasoline, it would really help.
Oh, so that's what I'm summoning, not water. I didn't realize I
You're,
was using-
you're a petromancer.
Oh no!
I didn't want to go that direction. I don't think this is the way we would want it to end.
Chris.
Okay. They are fucking miles away.
Mm-hmm. They have a 40-foot
Holy
movement.
hell.
And they also
So
spent
I can go to like here? Question mark. Yeah. Okay.
in one
So
action, yeah.
one. I can't even get to them to hit them. I don't think. So I can get to
No.
like here or something. But
Mhm.
and then I guess I sustain the blood ward. Like I can't even hit them. They just ran off. Yep. Okay, that'll do.
Okay, sustaining the blood ward.
Yep.
Tulip.
Okay. I
Everyone
guess,
Everyone.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know how far I can move.
25.
God.
Which is to say 5 squares.
Per action.
Per action.
5 squares. Yep.
Oh, I'm
And
still
can
on.
we go through the like these walls here?
Yeah, they are
or-
paths.
Oh, okay.
They're just ground.
God, I like that it's 0.9. That's really useful fucking rounding that they've got going on there.
Yeah, if you use all
Very
3 of your actions, you can run up to them, basically.
All right. I'm not gonna use. Well, yes, I am.
You have a thing, don't you? You took a thing.
a thing.
You should use your thing.
You're gonna have to be a little. More
I'm loading your
specific.
sheet. Give me a sec. I'm fairly sure you got a charge move, didn't you?
Yes.
You got
So
bashing
it does have-
charge.
Oh.
What does it
Was
do?
that for?
Oh no, that's to force open
breaking?
things.
That's for breaking things. Yes, that's for breaking.
Oh, I thought you were going to be able to stride twice and twat a man.
Probably move up and yell at one of them. The intimidate action is just one action.
I mean, yeah, like right here-ish, I guess.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
can go to either of those ones. That's less than 50. That kind of
yeah,
area.
okay.
Cool.
I guess that's my turn.
And intimidate. Are you gonna yell?
Oh yeah, intimidate. Yeah, sure, why
Yeah.
not?
You can demoralize. as one
Demoralize,
action.
yeah. Against their will DC. They aren't very good at that, so. Yeah, so we need a will, not a will, an intimidation skill check on that.
Okay, let's see.
You can make splooshing sounds. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no. The splooshing sounds just kind of sound like you're. I don't know. It doesn't come across very well. I'm not gonna go there. I could go there, I'm not gonna go
No, please, please.
there. Zigga.
We get the turn.
Zigga is going to. So did we successfully put the fire out? I apologize. I missed that. On B.
No. The
You're
fire
stopping,
rage is
dropping.
on.
But she probably needs to reconsider her choice of flammable clothing.
B is
And hair.
heavily perfumed.
Oh my god, please.
Okay.
B smells
Yeah,
like a lush shop and goes up like a bag of oily rags.
All right. So one action, move there. 2 actions, attempt to put out.
Cool. DC 10 flat check. Yay! Zigga can put fires out!
B appreciates your assistance. And B may be a little too singed to currently express that, but B is grateful. Oh, there.
You got it? I was trying to do it, but I was on the ruler mode. Okay. The
They added
wisps.
box around everything, made it much less visible.
Yeah. The wisps are going to take up positions and look like
Oh, okay.
they're swelling up a bit.
Oh, okay. Maybe that wasn't a good thing then.
B.
Okay. Now thoroughly put out, and in more ways than one.
And suffering from third-degree burns across 13% of your body.
God, please, that is horrific. B is going to look warily, kind of get up, flavor-wise, and she's going to look warily at where the little fire sprites flew off to, and she's going to say, "I don't like that they did that themselves. You think we should back up a bit?" And she's gonna say this like kind of loudly so that Tulip can hear as well. I don't actually know what I want to do mechanically. I guess. Tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see. Let me just measure distance for a second. Guess. Okay, well, I guess she's going to. I guess it's fine. She's just gonna wait and watch, I guess. Not much. Yeah, I don't think I want to get closer.
You got no heal spells left in the tank.
I have one, but I don't know if I want to use it because I might need it. that last
What,
slot.
just in case that you're under a third health and were previously massively on fire for about 30 seconds?
No, I have a different spell that I might want to use depending.
Okay, sure.
So yeah.
Chris?
Yeah. So if we, sorry, I'm a little distracted with something. Are we deciding we're not gonna hit them? Like,
B is just unsure if it would be productive at this point because she doesn't know what they're doing in the little braziers, I guess. I guess I will raise my shield mechanically, which is 2 AC, but I don't know if that will matter.
sure. I mean, if we aren't like intentionally attacking them, then he'll sort of stand there and wait. I guess I'll sustain Bloodboard.
Cool.
They
Tula.
are high up.
They're about 2 and a bit meters up.
I mean, I kind of feel like I should just hang back as well. It looks like they're doing a thing.
Perfectly valid.
Cool, I'll just do that then.
You happy where you are position-wise?
Yes.
Okay. Zigger, you are measuring.
Yeah, so I can reach the edge of the brazier with two actions, and then my third action could be to attack if I can reach up there, which I feel like I could jump up 2 meters and attack.
It's
And
a story and a half up.
Yeah, that's story and a half. No, he's 2 meters. That's like halfway up. That's not even halfway up. That's like a meter is roughly 3 feet, right? That's yard. What is a meter?
3 feet and a third, roughly.
Okay, yeah, so that's okay, that's roughly a yard. So yeah, that's like
so
7 feet up.
they're like 10, 11 feet up.
Wait, that's the
I'm
opposite of
bad
what-
at metric conversions.
They're like 7 feet up.
Yeah,
if you're
so that's totally fine. So
7
then
feet?
I'll,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I'll move up there and stab that one with one action.
Okay. That will hit. Yes, that will hit.
Yeah, I also am similarly not sure what's going on, but Zigga is probably the most capable of any of us of dealing with a large amount of fire damage or reflex save or AC or anything that comes up spontaneously.
It seems a little destabilized, but it is very fixed on its current
Path.
swelling.
Yeah.
Like,
And is that everything?
That is everything.
Okay. We come back to the wisps, and in
I'm
turn...
going to take this opportunity. I still will be able to hear, but I'm going to walk away from the computer for a bit.
Sure. In turn, each of them pops. Doing no significant damage, and being replaced by what seems to be normal-ass mundane fire that isn't sentient. But at the same time, as I drag these into position, these boys light up.
this isn't some sort of summoning ritual, is it? That would be dreadfully unfortunate. You know, I actually really like this fireball icon.
It's good.
It's very appropriate.
It's good.
Mhm.
And from those new fires appears a figure.
Oh,
They're not
Fuck.
that big. From the two side ones.
what is that?
That is a larger, more humanoid elemental.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't like to do this. I need to go AFK for a short while. Put out a metaphorical fire of my own.
Okay.
For the reason that I just told you, Tom, in
Sure.
Discord chat. So feel free to use Chris's abilities as you will like while I'm not here. I don't want to stop you playing,
Sure.
but I need to go deal with this. Sorry.
Sure.
Okay. Worries. Life happens. Hopefully it's not a real fire.
It is not a real fire.
That would be unfortunate.
That would be unfortunate.
Almost as unfortunate as what's unraveling here.
Yes.
This is only 2 of them, right?
This is only 2 of them. It is Chris's turn. I would think I would prefer the party decide what Chris does.
Okay, fair enough. Let me pull up his thing first, actually. I don't know if he's been tracking his slots on Path. Actually, well, I guess this probably doesn't update. Oh,
So there's 4 large braziers lit now, and there's a humanoid figure sticking out of 2 of them.
Yes.
correct. Phew.
Does this look like a proper, like, actual fire elemental?
I mean, the other ones are proper actual fire elementals, but these ones are definitely more humanoid.
Well, no, but I pictured, like, the other ones to be, like, squat, round sprites sort of
Yes.
things, whereas
They're
this one is
basically
like a
just fireballs, I think.
proper, like, human made out of fire.
Proper.
Uh, more like halfling, but yes.
I see from the thing methods, they're kind of like imps, I think.
Yeah, they're like,
Like appearance-wise. I think.
yes, yeah.
The pointy nose and stuff. Okay. I would probably recommend Deja Vu, but not right now because they haven't done anything yet. So
Well, if they don't do anything, then that means that they just stand still, right?
I don't think that's how it works. Well, maybe. Fish, what would you say?
I would say probably don't use Deja Vu.
Okay, got it.
Don't set
So-
precedent.
Maybe wait for this one to act first, and then decide.
Sure. Does anyone else have any input?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds good to me.
Okay. It is that one's turn, and it spends 1 action jumping down from the top,
Oh boy.
and another charging right over to B,
Oh no.
and another trying to grab and bite an ankle.
Oh no. Oh boy. I should have healed.
If
That
only
hits.
somebody had asked you if you wanted to heal.
Yeah, no, that hits, and B is down.
You were the closest one, I'm afraid.
No, I understand.
B is currently unconscious. Is there a death roll needed here?
Let's see. The answer is yes, I believe. But I think that's on my.
You must attempt a recovery check at the start of your turn each round to determine if you get better or worse.
Well, it is my turn, so I guess I'll do that.
Flat DC equal to 10 plus your current dying value of 1.
Yeah, so 11. I can make that roll at least. So I'm now just wounded 1, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Stable.
Congratulations, you're not dying anymore. The other one is going to spend an action to jump down. And am I going to realise that I didn't put its speed in? No, I did put its speed in. It is going to get to here. And then it is Tulip.
Well, I guess I will. I think I can charge up to this guy and swing.
Sure.
Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know if rage is still active or not. Is that just a till combat ends thing, or?
Rage lasts a minute, or until there are no enemies, or you fall unconscious.
Oh.
Oh shit! The crit.
Oh,
Wow, you
if I
rolled
stack-
minimum damage on both damage rolls.
That is very unfortunate.
I think that's all I can do.
You fucking obliterate that guy,
Really.
even with the minimum damage roll.
Yeah, I guess Tulip had a moment of seeing it go for Ziga and was like, "Not in this house, not today." I think that's my turn. I think I had to move too, so yeah, I think that's my turn.
Sure.
Wait.
And that, go on.
Just to make sure I'm understanding, like physical consistency wise, what are we looking at here? Because these methods were much more dangerous than the. All right, I guess no, the sprite things that we're calling them were much more dangerous than these methods.
I mean, the methods.
Or was it already injured? Like, is it based off their total HP pool that they had from the ones that constituted it, or like what do we do? What do we know? Like, what do we know basically?
The wisps appear to be harder to kill, proportionally speaking, but did significantly less damage.
Gotcha.
All
right, so killing the method, did that do anything to this area?
Yes. So the bright fire in that one and that one go out. They remain smoldering and smoky, but their cobblestone paths start lighting up red.
As in like red hot, or just lighting up.
Just, well, bit of both. They're looking a bit fiery. Nothing that you can't move over. But you wouldn't want to lay on it for an extended period, or you might start getting cooked.
All right.
Ziga.
Perfect. I can literally, with panache, move to here and stab it once.
Ooh.
And crit it.
And crit it. Wow. Okay. Crit damage.
Okay.
Cool. And that one too will immediately go down. And the other two larger braziers go out, and their kind of red light rushes down the path towards the center brazier, which bursts into flame very dramatically.
The small one this time.
Wow, that didn't scale that particularly well.
That's fine.
And from that, an even larger elemental emerges.
Okay. So given that Chris was holding action, should have specified. I mean, I did specify actually after the first one, but that's I didn't actually say anything.
Can Chris heal?
No.
Can Chris heal in any capacity?
No. Oh, actually, yes.
Is there any way to get you conscious mid-battle that doesn't involve like healing kits and stuff like that?
Potions.
Well, we don't have potions.
He did not take combat medicine, so the answer is no.
Okay, so we're permanently down you for this fight.
Yes. We had those. I mean, we had those mysterious things that we picked up from the lab. I don't know who's holding on to them. Possibly still.
Oh, we had that fruit.
I think no. We fed it to the rats.
Did we not keep any of it?
I don't know if we've kept any of it, but I don't think mundane. I think it was just mundane, basically.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Oh yeah, we did have some unidentified red potions. Like,
I just don't know who's holding on to those.
I think Chris was.
I think Tulip was.
I think Tulip was the one who discovered them. So unless Tulip handed them over at some point, Tulip would still have them.
Still have what? I'm sorry?
We picked up some like unidentified potion-like vials or containers back at the like the lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we did anything with them, so they're kicking around somewhere.
Yeah, I do think I have them. Are we trying to use those to get B back up?
I think that would be a good idea, and if you want to go get B back up, I'll go take on the fire elemental, just holding it in place.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I guess it's not going to be held in place because it goes faster than us. So it'll probably chase after you. But then I'll chase after it and try to keep it.
Depends if it wants to chase anyone, really. It might just be happy
Yeah,
with you.
it could be a cool dude. You never know.
That being said, it is pretty high up right now. I guess Chris probably just sustains the ward. I don't think there's much else he can do from this position.
Does he have a spell that would be useful?
Nothing of that range, and the only he can't summon Fae without turning off the. He could sanctuary you, I guess, if he has that prepared. If you're gonna run
Interference. Yeah, that's what I was intending on doing.
Okay, well I guess that's a pretty decent
He
idea.
used Sanctuary in the life shrine and you did not rest before you left.
Okay, so he only has one of those prepared.
As far as I'm aware.
What does he have prepared? He has one
Aren't
of spell.
Aren't y'all both spontaneous casters?
Witches are not.
No, witches are not.
Okay.
So I'm guessing he has one Deja Vu, one Summon Fae, one Sanctuary then?
I believe so.
Okay, so then best bet is probably Deja Vu or Summon Fae if he wants to drop the blood board. Probably better to keep that for now then, I guess. So maybe move up to where he could more reasonably use, maybe like here. Yeah, I guess move up to where he could more reasonably use Deja Vu.
Oh, you don't have you don't have control over him, do you?
Control.
Where do you want to put him?
He said like right here.
Yeah, if you go like here and it comes down to like here, he'll be in range to Deja Vu it, I think.
So like there?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a square up.
There.
Yep, should be fine.
Cool. He is unconscious.
Taking a nap. Taking a nice dirt nap.
Tulip, there is a big, scary, angry fireman on the top of the brazier.
Yeah, there sure is. Can I get up there?
Not easily.
Wait. I thought you were gonna run over and heal B.
Well, I know, I am.
Okay. I was like, wait.
Wait, no, hold on. The whole plan hinges on this.
Okay. I think I'd have to take all of my action to just get over there.
Sadly, yes. It's quite a way.
Yeah. Alright, we'll move and hover over beef.
Okay.
We hover.
Zigga.
Spread some propellers.
Zega is actually going to get up there on the brazier.
Okay, what's the movement to it?
Let's see. I've got 30-foot movement speed at the moment.
Yep.
And so getting to it is 60 feet.
Right, and then you want to do a climb action?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it might be a better idea just to go like right here and be the closest one it jumps down to.
Probably. Just because we can't help you if you go up there either.
Yeah, it'll be harder to get assistance to me. Okay, yeah, then I'll just stand there. Is there anything I could do with 2 actions and
You don't have a shield, do you? I guess not.
Two
I
actions.
don't have a traditional shield, no. Although I wonder if I could take a shield, raise my shield action with a my cape.
Does it say you can do that?
I don't know. I'm looking for it right now. Dueling cape.
What is your cape mechanically?
It's you can pull a dueling cape from what you're wearing on your shoulder and wrap it around your arm for an interaction
Oh,
action.
it's actually an item.
While
then
wielding the dueling cape this way, the cape uses that arm and hand, and you can't hold anything else in that hand.
you can
While
raise
you do
it
so,
for 1 AC.
yeah. Oh, and you get a +1 to deception checks to feint, so I wasn't incorporating that, but I did. I did the +1 to AC. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't look like you can raise it. So I just don't want to waste actions. Yeah, but it doesn't look like there's anything I could do. Can I taunt it?
Possibly.
Okay. I want to potentially. I don't know what a taunt is. Let me look and see if there's a taunt.
I mean,
No, there's not a taunt action.
No.
there technically is. I think it's Bon Mot.
Oh.
But that's a skill feat.
Otherwise, there's demoralize and faint that might be closest. You could demoralize it if you're a little bit closer. Faint is obviously out of the question.
Okay. Well, then what's
is
30
faint
feet?
out of the question?
Faint is melee range, I think,
Oh
And
yeah,
it doesn't-
you do have to be within melee range. Yeah.
and it doesn't do anything if you don't use it that turn anyway.
You could make a request of it that it comes and fights you. That would be diplomacy.
Yeah, I'm gonna demoralize.
Sure.
Let's see. Oh yeah, one of the things he says with a sudden shout, a well-timed taunt, or a cutting
Ah.
put down. You can shake an enemy's resolve. Choose a creature within 30 feet of you who you're aware of. Make an intimidate check against the creature's will DC. If it does not understand the language you're speaking,
It may
or
be
you're,
different.
it makes a minus. It gives you a -4 penalty.
I mean, you wouldn't be doing anything with the action anyway if you didn't do this, so might as well try.
Yeah. So it is. I'm gonna assume it's a minus. Well, actually, I'll roll my full roll, and you just subtract 4 if it doesn't
Got it.
work. And then intimidate.
Probably no.
It's against its will save.
That
Will
would
DC.
be a no.
Okay.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, fair enough. I tried.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. It looks down upon you, gives a mighty roar, jumps down off the tower, and
Somebody looks like a bitch.
smacks you with a tendril.
Uh,
That's the attack roll.
this is
Yeah,
not
that's gonna hit.
That's absurd.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least it's not a crit because my AC is as high as it is.
Oh God.
Yeah, that crit damage though.
Yeah, that's tulip level crit damage.
Oh
That's a
jeez.
lot of
2d4 persistent fire.
Yep.
Holy shit.
That is a
That-
holy shit. That's a
That's
lot.
That
rough, buddy.
is an absurd amount of damage. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, Zig can't take another hit like that.
Okay. Chris.
Okay. Now is probably a good time for Deja. God. Okay. How far did it? Let's see. It went
It fell 20
25
feet.
feet. So if we do that, it goes here and then swipes forward. Okay, that's doable, I think.
Okay.
Deja Vu is probably the call here. I can't actually cast it, so I'm gonna assume his DC is the same as mine, so DC 17 will.
DC 18.
Is mine just not updated then? So I think we should have the same
Wait, that's
casting.
tulip. Where have I put Chris? Here's Chris. Yeah, I've got DC 18.
Okay, then I think my stuff is just not updated.
Yeah. Target must attempt a will save. It fails.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Okay. That lasts for 2 turns, so we have 2 turns of deja vu on it.
It's just a shame that he wasn't here to do it himself.
It is.
Okay.
He has 1 action left.
He's safe here, so he should probably just sustain Blood Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I had 6 or 7 rounds at this point. Oh, it says 7. Okay, so
7, yeah.
here you go. Alright. B is going to sleep, I guess.
He is still unconscious.
Can you
Yeah.
hold your action?
I don't think so.
I
not while
don't
you're...
think so either. Tulip.
I mean, I want to try and get B up if possible.
Yeah, you can use one of you. It's 1 action to get the potion out of your bag. 1 action to
Okay.
use it on B.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Or speed and berry juice.
B, please restore for me 3d8 plus 10 hit points.
That's all. Holy shit, that's a lot. Okay. That is almost full.
You are
That's
now
pretty good.
conscious and I think prone?
Yes. I believe so. Which is fine.
Yeah. Tulip
don't-
has an action left.
I guess Tulip will kind of move a little bit closer to the thing.
Just keep in mind its trajectory. It's going to be going 25 feet here, I believe.
Yes,
And
and
then
then trying
attack,
to attack.
attack here.
Yeah.
So if you want to just not be in that square and maybe like one of these squares or something,
Alright.
you'll
I
be in
will do that.
position for next turn.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Ziggo.
All right. Hopefully, I've seen the spell used enough that I can understand what just happened to it, the trance that it fell under or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to roll to the side
Yep.
and move out of the way for its next attack.
Yep.
And deception.
Sure. Against its will DC?
I believe so. Yeah.
Fails.
Oh wow. Okay.
DC is the saving throw plus 10, just
Yeah.
FYI. So if it has like a save of plus 5, it's 15 as the DC.
Wait, what?
When something says it's against your will DC or fort DC, it's your saving throw plus 10. So it's whatever its will save is plus 10 is the DC for you to hit.
Oh, so it's not rolling an opposed save. It's just rolling whatever.
No,
It
it's
takes
against
10.
a lot. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
You don't typically roll opposed checks in this
Okay.
system.
So like if you cast a fireball, I'm not rolling a save against it.
You are rolling a save against my fireball, but I'm not rolling my DC. You see, like in every
Gotcha.
case, there's pretty much only one person who rolls.
So I'm rolling to overcome its passive will.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's correct.
Got it. All right, and then the attack roll.
Sure. That will hit.
Will that crit?
No, afraid not.
Damn it.
Like,
That would have
Hey.
been sick if it crit. All right, let's see. 2d6 plus 2.
Sure. It takes damage. It looks ill. Well, a little ill. Well. You hit it.
oh shit.
Okay.
We have a triple rounds, so
So the living wildfire looks down at the ground and gives a bellowing roar, and then does a mighty jump that moves it to there and then to there, ish. I think is the movement it
Thanks,
did.
one. Close enough.
And then it does a big old swipe at the space just below Tulip that singes Tulip's eyebrows.
Bitch.
It hits the space, but there's nothing in it. And then it's Chris's turn.
Oh, this thing
It's
done.
not bad timing, I suppose.
No, it's pretty good timing. You pity you weren't here, I was saying, but you hit a deja vu on this thing,
Oh, really?
which is good because it probably downs any of us in 2 attacks.
Oh.
Does a lot of damage.
It
Yeah.
you can see the tendril attack it made a little bit up the chat there.
It has I think it has a plus 15 to its attack roll and does 2d6 plus 6 and persistent fire, which I don't think Zig actually took.
Oh, Zigga did not take, no.
I hate to be the person who brings attention to that, but it does a lot of
Oh,
damage.
well, yeah, I should probably.
You should do your
try to
flat
roll
check against that, yeah. No.
I get more on fire.
Thankfully, no, that's not how that works.
Right.
All right, so I've got
okay. But
six,
it
so
is
I'm
your turn.
theoretically in fainting range next turn.
I mean, okay. Well, if it's already deja vu'd, then I mean, I guess it's a question of whether I should summon a Fae rather than sustaining the Blood Ward.
I would suggest summoning a Fae.
Okay.
That like Zigga has the highest AC in the party of 22, and it only needs to roll a 7 to hit him. And everybody else is just like jokeably easy to hit.
make a shitter and have it attack the thing.
Yep.
Try to pull teeth on the fire elemental.
Which I think it's. Wait, how does that even work? Can I pull it? How?
I don't
does-
think so.
I mean, you're going to try and grab something and yank.
Yeah.
Grab a log out of the fire.
It's like it's got coals and shit in it. Let's say that.
Okay.
Sure.
It
So do I
will
just,
not
like-
take persistent bleed damage. For what it's
So
worth.
what is it on? Is it just one? It's 1d20 plus 7.
If you
I
have
think?
the sheet up, it's under the melee strikes.
Which one do I click? Do I click
Just the
this?
name. Click the name and it'll do it.
Like that?
That is the attack roll.
Did that hit?
It did not hit.
Wow, a 17 doesn't hit.
Correct.
Oh fucking Christ. Okay. I guess it will try again.
Sure.
Oh,
Crit.
that's a crit, so it has to hit.
Oh.
Yes.
For 4 to yeah, it's not bad.
Yep. It yanked at some coals.
Go, I guess.
B.
Okay. Can you do the math for me on where you think it would go next turn and hit?
It will go there. It will hit that square.
So this one?
Yes. I'm just gonna.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna put a
I'm-
box where it will end up.
Okay, perfect. So B is wakes up to this big thing smacking the ground with a whip of fire right in front of her face. She yelps a little bit. Probably scrambles to her feet, most likely.
That's one move action.
Yep, and then damn it, out of range of. Yeah. What's crawling speed again? Let me just see. I think it's half speed, or is it? Nope, it's 5 feet. Okay, that would not help. Okay. Best I can do is probably throwing some water. Do that. I would heal, but I actually can't reach Zigga right now.
Mm.
Okay,
That
so
will
that's,
miss.
really? Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Got it. That's my turn.
Okay. Tulip.
Okay, is it sword swinging time? I think it might be. Let's see. Let's go.
That will hit.
Yay! So I guess I swing again.
If you want. That will
Oh.
crit.
Oh my god. Thank the Lord.
That was really impactful. That its arm fell off for a moment before it regrew it because it's made of fire.
I can get one more strike in on it, right? Watch
Yeah,
Yeah, watch. It's gonna fuck it. Watch.
that will miss.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty-
actually, you're still raging, so I need to account for that. Okay, it is very hurt by that.
Really? By the friggin'
By
what is
the
that?
30. it
38
just
damage
took.
turn.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it took 40
Oh,
Is it?
because of the rage.
Well, yeah,
I-
it's 10 plus
I don't
30
understand how
plus
Swift
28, isn't it?
No, because the rage gets doubled as well.
Oh.
Oh.
I
got
don't
it.
understand how crits work. Can somebody please explain it to me?
You crit if you hit a natural 20 or 10 or more above their AC.
Oh, natural 20. Right. Okay. That's what I was confused about. I was
Mhm.
like, I was
That
like,
20
wait,
is
what?
still a crit, but yet there is another condition for it, basically.
Yeah.
Got
That
it.
lets you crit easier on lower level creatures,
Yes.
essentially.
All right. So Ziggo moved to here
Yep.
and faint.
You actually have it flat-footed already because you are flanking with Tulip.
Oh, then make that an attack roll.
Sure. That'll crit,
all right.
That's
All right,
crit.
I think. Will it crit?
I would think so.
So
it's
it
flat-footed?
will. What's your attack?
Well, I'm just confused because a 19 just missed.
with the flat-footed.
Right.
Oh, sure.
It is now flat-footed, so
Yeah.
the 19 is no longer. All right, so that's going to be big honking damage.
That is going to be big honking damage. Ooh, it's faltering.
And then I get a second attack roll, which is substantially lower, but
That will miss.
okay.
Okay. And the living wildfire will bellow a roar and do a big old jump and end up here and slam its tendrils into the space just to the right of B.
Why do y'all keep getting so close to the attack? Like, no, I know it won't hit you, but like, aren't you
He just-
scared?
She just got up and she is going to yell kind of shrilly, "Would you stop trying to scare me already?"
Chris,
Like, that would be fucking terrifying.
This
Zig
thing is
pissed.
no longer deja vu'd. If you do not drop it this round, there will be pain.
Consequences.
Yeah, I can't cast Deja Vu again.
No.
I guess. I mean, I'll give my fairy some actions because I should do that.
Yep, that's a
Uh,
1, I believe.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I have to move it though. So,
Yeah.
and then I guess attack it again. Like that's the best it can do here.
Yep.
So,
Hmm.
where are we? Where's it gone? This one.
That will miss.
How did it roll a 2? That's clearly. Hang on. Can I try? What? Am
It's
I clicking the wrong
rolling
button?
D20
I
plus
think it just-
1.
It just rolled it to. It
I'm
doesn't
pretty
have
sure
plus
it's
one,
plot.
right?
Hang on. I'm pretty sure I should be clicking this.
Yes, you should, and that will hit.
It's a 2 damage, motherfucker.
2 damage. That is a substantial portion of its remaining health, so...
And then I guess I should projectile it.
Yeah.
Like,
Kinetic projectile. That will miss.
Nope. Yep.
Oh, something important that needs to be done.
Oh,
Zigga
yeah.
faints.
Oh, no!
Oh
Zigga
no!
what?
Zig is unconscious
was
from the
burning.
fire.
Why is he?
Well, I
why
do
is
need
he
to roll
taking
my
8
DC 15.
damage? What the fuck?
He got hit by
Yeah,
the
that's
fire. He got
damage.
he got hit by the living wildfire, and it applied 2d4 persistent damage to him. And he's still on
Holy
fire and unconscious.
I think so. I think the persistent damage actually got set when you originally rolled it, Fish.
Oh,
so I
is
think
that how that works? Okay.
Oh
think it
God,
should
I hope that's how
5
that works.
every round.
Okay, so let's call it 5 then.
Okay, then I'm at 1 HP.
Okay, good. You still failed to put the fire out.
Yeah.
So that's good. Right, Chris has KB'd it, so it's B, who has just been awoken to a massive, scary living
A
wildfire.
Balrog.
A Balrog, yeah.
Let's see. Fuck. I want to be useful and provide flanking, but I also don't want Zigga to fall over to fire next turn.
Well, I mean, like it's so close to fainting.
Yeah,
Zig,
yeah.
Zig is all in on killing it, and then like hoping that his party can bring him back
Oh,
afterwards.
Zigga's greedy. This is a greedy combat move.
Yes,
Is
yes.
this greedy? Like I think this is like
No,
selfless.
out of
You're- you're-
Out of character, I think it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm just considering.
No, risking death to get the kill, I would consider generally to be greedy in a game.
I'm not trying to kill Steel. I'm trying to get the threat out of the way.
I know. It's a different mechanic. I'm just memeing.
B will save a heal for later for
Okay.
Zigga. I guess to provide the most helpful flanking, I don't think it really matters actually. Yeah, water ball. Actually, wait, it dodged on a 19. Okay, so that's not. I have another thing I can do, but at this point in the game, I don't want to do it in case it fucks something else up. Okay. Just yeah, I guess water ball. Hit.
That will miss.
Nope. All right. That. Hang on. Is it? Okay, it still misses. It's only adding +4 though, so it's not correctly calculating things. Oh, actually, that means the previous one should have been fucking +23 or 23.
23 would hit. Let's just say this one hits for the sake of
Sure.
simplification, and that is just about enough to knock it to the ground, and it kind of starts bubbling and roiling there. But it is no longer standing. You have such a brief respite, though.
Because
Oh, that just misses me.
Yes, it does.
It hits the Tooth Fairy and Bee and Tulip, though.
And the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy probably gets a only 9 damage. Just for it.
Is it 9 damage?
If you fail a
Tooth Fairy
reflex save,
save.
Oh,
Don't think I'm. Oh, I actually do succeed on it.
You
so I take
succeed?
4.
reflex. Nope.
But
nope, you take 9. And you are
So
somewhat singed and very unhappy feeling.
I'm on 8.
That is B's current state of being right
Yes.
now.
So, Fish, question: what would have happened had we not made the deja vu?
Well, it would have been a very difficult fight, I'll put it that way.
A difficult fight.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking impossible.
I knew you had deja vu up your sleeve, and running away
Yeah.
is always a valid option.
yeah, well,
can't
sort
run
of.
if you're
They move considerably
unconscious.
faster than we do, but like,
Like Zigga was so confident because of his AC and his reflex save and everything like that, and the fact that he was at full health. So like he was like, I'll stand up against it while we get the rest of the party up, and it was just like, I'm going to fucking destroy you. You don't have any idea.
does this thing have a really poor will save or something?
Yeah, it had an extremely poor will save.
I will just say that I was confident in your ability to deal with this threat.
That thing did half of my HP and damage in one hit, and had persistent
glad
damage to do like a quarter per hit.
I'm glad we did.
It
That
may
was-
have been a level 5 opponent.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
it crit for double digits higher than my max HP.
It has to be said, though, that is the first time Deja Vu has worked. I have
And-
cast it multiple times. It has never worked.
And you weren't here to cast it.
Look, hey. Chris did something this time, didn't he?
Like imagine if it had jumped down off the tower and crit Zigga.
Yeah, no, it would have been rough.
It would have immediately fainted him on top of the fact that B was still unconscious at the time.
Yep. But it didn't.
Why was B
It didn't.
unconscious?
Got hit by one of the methods.
Which you may have completely missed.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so after the wisps got to the central tower, the outer ones were all lit and some mephits came out. Some smaller, fiery impy boys.
Walked
Fair
up
enough.
exactly my remaining health.
So
I feel I may need to acquire another damaging spell.
well, I mean, the CC was good.
Yeah.
How much does your telekinetic thing do?
1d6 plus 4 at the moment.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's about on par with the short sword, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's about how much damage I do.
but it
Yeah, I
cost
was
me
gonna
2
say it's a
actions.
ranged version of my regular rapier strike, which is like
Yeah, but
you're
it's 2
already-
actions.
It's more equivalent to like a crossbow bolt because you need to shoot it and then reload it.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the area is quite considerably more on fire than it was when you arrived, not least of which your own persons being slightly smouldery. But it seems more controlled and intentional than random elementals walking around setting trees on fire.
Yeah, I mean, did we get any sort of impression of us having an effect on the surrounding area, like with all of those smaller wisps?
You can't really see clearly where any of them were from where you are right now.
Okay. Well, I guess as we're leaving, we'll just
If there's any on the
See
way
if-
out.
Yeah, see if we see any on the way out. If we see any on the way out, then that's a bad sign. Because I don't think there's anything that could take them out that occurs in nature. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think of something even like a bear. Like, even if a bear had the will to try to take one out, if it actually could.
bear-
Um,
I think an actual bear probably could.
A bear. Oh, come on! Don't give me that shit. Give me an actual bear.
I don't know what a
I'm
bear
just
is.
trying to think of like a forest, like a black bear.
The grizzly bear is a level 3 creature, so probably can kill one or a
Yeah.
couple pretty easily.
Yeah, a bear. A grizzly could manage it absolutely.
Oh yeah, a grizzly could for sure, but I mean like
a black
grizzlies
bear
are-
is the weakest bear with stats, and that could manage it.
Okay.
Quite happily.
well, and
actually.
that's assuming that an actual bear would even do that. Like a regular bear would probably just run away from a ball of fire.
Probably wouldn't
like-
be very pleased with it. No.
Like I'm just if they are still existing in the forest, that would be a huge pain in the ass because like we would have to go take care of that because like it otherwise it would just never get taken care of and they would continue to just burn the forest down.
Maybe there's some sort of control panel in the center shrine that we can use to point the rain in this general area for a little bit.
This is Helios 1.
Oh no, gonna get Euclid Seafinder out and
B is gonna make good on what she was gonna do before and cast her last remaining heal spell on and roll max on Zigga.
that's probably
Nice.
for the best because Zigga never actually put himself out.
Yes, which I imagine he's probably rushing to do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most likely.
I'm gonna assume that out of the combat you can just do that because
Sure,
you
yeah.
all rolling incredibly poorly on that and Zigga dying to it would be worse than tragic.
I've read stories of that happening. I think a paladin got bleeded or something, and they were doing after combat. They were doing repeated rolls, and he bled out, even though they're like
Yeah.
3.
Stay with me, Captain. You're going home.
That would
Just,
be tragic. All right, let's rest.
It is getting fucking dark. It was kind of difficult to really notice with all of the fires around, but it is getting slowly into nighttime now.
Has it gotten any noticeably warmer here?
Oh
in
yeah,
this-
there's massive fires around. It's boiling.
Okay, I guess it's kind of hard to tell with that influencing the immediate environment. B's going to suggest that we move a little bit away from this area. Not too far because we can't go that far, but just not right next to the shrine, maybe.
Like
Wondering-
100 meters or so out or something, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't be a very comfortable rest either if it's this hot.
It would be sweaty, and you'd probably wake up with a tan.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, kind of curious. I know what obviously happens if you get a sunburn. Like what happens in reality when you get a sunburn, but like if you're exposed to fire on a regular basis, like if you're like a boiler person in like like a early locomotive or whatever, you know, where you're constantly exposed to fire, or a blacksmith, does your skin like cure?
A bit,
Um,
yeah. There's famously some Asian street vendors who work with boiling oil without much protections a lot of the time, can just kind of put their hands in hot oil and not give a shit.
Wait.
I mean, they can't do it for long, obviously,
Sure.
or they literally
Right.
start cooking. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, they can handle that shit.
In the best case, you could probably get some pretty dry skin.
Yeah. So you move a little way away from the shrine and camp out for the night
Sounds good to me.
with
Yeah.
someone.
Do we see any fire wisps?
No, you don't.
Okay, well then I think we can largely assume that that's resolved.
Hopefully.
Which would be in line with everything else that we've seen. It's just that this is the first time that we've seen something like that exist, where it's like a creature that exists outside of the immediate shrine radius. You
Mhm.
know, like prior to that, we hadn't had that exposure.
Right. Yes,
Yeah. That is-
that is true. Okay. B is probably not going to talk much. I think her hair is probably sticking out in some various angles because of uh flailing around and being on fire.
Mm.
Oh.
Probably covered in soot
Oh, yeah.
and dirt, and does not
And
look very happy.
red raw in certain areas from literally being burnt.
Yes.
So, just for the future reference, apparently with my scoundrel racket from Rogue,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just the regular effects of feint. It's flat-footed against melee attacks that I attempted at it until the end of my next turn.
So
Sure.
scoundrels.
So not
Yeah.
only just my turn, and not only just my attacks I make, but against the end of my next turn. So I only have to do that every other round
Sure.
if I'm attacking the same target. And if I critically succeed, it's flat-foot against all melee attacks against anybody that anybody makes,
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay,
Sure.
not just me. So yeah, that's
that does
cool.
make it much better.
Let that be a lesson to everyone. Read your abilities. Because you guys know your abilities better than I do.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, Chris will probably, at the very least, help B sorting herself out, like prestidigitation all the soot off and whatnot.
She still
Sort
doesn't.
of wordlessly do that.
She still doesn't look very happy, but she will at least say thanks, kind of in a irritated voice, not irritated at him. You can probably tell the distinction, but she's just going to be a little short today for the rest of the day.
Fair enough.
Not in terms of just height.
Zigga is like a little cowed because he like legit thought that he had that fire elemental held. Like I thought Zigga thought that he was like, I'm gonna hold the fire elemental off single-handedly, like fighting defensively or whatever, until every rest of the party is good to go. And then the fire elemental just fucking wrecked him. Like I didn't expect it was gonna be that dangerous. So
There are-
Zigga's a little
there
less
are-
confident in the future.
There are things in this world bigger than you are, I'm afraid.
Oh yeah. It's just like the progression was
Yeah.
he goes from like barely a threat to okay, this is a threat, but it can be easily managed if you're careful. To this thing is not going to be managed. You just die. Like it went from 1 to 3 to 8.
Yes. How's Tulip feeling after that fight, having nearly lost both B and Zigga?
She's kind of just staring off into the middle distance at this point. Just, having a good old psychotic breakdown.
Having a
in
good old
silence.
disassociation.
Chris is like the only one who wasn't in like serious mortal danger for most of the day, so he'll be like clearing everything up, sorting out the tents, making food while prestidigitating people clean and whatnot.
He's-
And then he'll sort of finally put food in front of people and then just leave them to it. sort themselves out.
He's had to go from kind of snarky, kind of shitty older brother to like caring father figure for a bit here.
Yes.
Ugh. What's to do that?
I think Zigga's still functional. It's just that like his it wasn't even bravado. Like I literally thought that I thought I had it handled, and I did not have it handled.
This is out of character. This is where the recall knowledge action would be very useful in the future. Spending one action to, which I actually forgot about until now. Spending one action to try to identify the creature, which should give you some hints, I think, as far as I remember. That's actually something that you might have been able to do instead of the intimidate roll, and I probably could have had Chris do while we were waiting, basically.
Is there a specific part of that action that gives you like combat buffs in some way?
I'm just not buffs unless you're a specific class, which none of us are.
Investigator, yeah.
Yeah. It does have specific things here. I'm just looking for it. Creature identification. Learns one of its best known attributes on a critical success. Learns something subtler. Let me see. I think there's a thing somewhere.
Part of the Mastermind Rogue racket can do it. If you successfully identify a creature using Recall Knowledge, the creature is flat-footed against your attacks until the start of your next turn. Or for 1 minute if you crit.
Sure. That's the specialized one, similar to
Yeah.
how it works for Scoundrel. There is a general. I think it is described somewhere what you can actually get out of it, but it's basically just information. And it only works until you can do it until and the DC increases each time you do it, but it works until you fail basically.
Sure.
Learn a certain amount of it.
Yeah, elementals are under nature and arcana, I guess, because you can summon them from planes and such.
Yeah. It'll usually be one of the magics, I think.
Yeah.
Although technically anything with recall knowledge could be relevant.
Yes. Humanoids are society, constructs are crafting, everything else I think is a magic type.
Right, yeah.
So you rest for the evening. Presumably taking watch at appropriate times, as and when you can muster the energy.
Yep.
And you wake up in the morning, and you can still see the shrine from where you are. It's not that dense and not that far away. And the fires themselves seems to have largely died down.
Okay.
But more interestingly, in the other direction, the rain has also stopped.
That gives me bad vibes about where we're going. B is going to comment that it seems that the fire and the water shrine it looks like they've maybe balanced each other out.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. Although I'm like you said, I am also kind of nervous about what that means for the last shrine.
Well, that probably means the negative energy shrine.
Well, then that's a question, because like for the purposes of generally existing in the forest, I guess well, you know what? Like I was gonna say wildfires are kind of the way that the like I would have potentially like wagered that the fire and the positive would have been opposed had there not been a water, like if we hadn't encountered the water first, because wildfires are kind of the way that the forest kind of naturally cleanses itself. But I'm guessing, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm guessing that the negative energy is going to involve mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Yeah. Fungus.
Yes.
Maybe
I'm
more...
familiar with what a mushroom is, yes.
Yes. Either that or insect.
In general, or just... Those are more plague than... I don't think they're actually associated with negative energy. Negative energy is just like death.
Well, yeah, but that's like decay, I think, is going to be what we're looking for. Like a manifestation of decay in a natural forest cycle. And I can't think of a more apt manifestation of decay for a forest than either fungus or insects.
Those are still life in some way, which I don't think is quite what negative energy is.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll get surprised. But yeah.
Zombie apocalypse.
But if the fire and water shrine have kind of balanced one another out, then actually probably it's not going to be any worse. The shrine's probably not going to be any worse than it would have been at any point, you know? In fact, because, well, no, I don't know. I was going to say, in fact, maybe it'll actually be easier because we've already done the positive shrine. But that fire shrine didn't seem like it was easier because we did the water shrine first.
The fire shrine was being dominated by the active water shrine, and it nearly killed me. So maybe the dominated negative shrine will be easy too.
Yeah, I'm midway through me saying that
You realise that probably doesn't add up. Yeah.
Looked fairly well rested despite the situation, but now she looks quite unhappy again with the way their discussion is going.
Mm.
But you know what has to be done has to be done, I guess.
Yeah. I guess another thing that would have been nice to do, and we probably should have done it along the way, but we can still do it while we're here close to the fire shrine. Does there appear to be any sign of magical tampering or anything like that that would let us figure out how these shrines came to be unbalanced in the first place?
You would have to go to the shrine and do some investigation for that.
Do we want to do that while we're still close? And do we think that it would even be fruitful? Like, I mean, potentially it may involve something with the main shrine, and doing it would probably be a waste of time potentially if it involves the main shrine. But since we're
We-
close anyway, do we want to check it out?
We can try, no issues with that. I will remind you that I believe these shrines went out of whack like a long time. So even if it was magically tampered, there's a good chance the signs are gone.
Yeah, I realize that, and I'm also kind of wondering, like, we can't have been the first person to ever think, hey, maybe these shrines, like, granted, the church didn't even appear to know about the shrine's existence, which is really weird, considering the amount of power that they have. Like,
We did
Like-
track them down because of the ley line, the whole ley line thing. They're not super noticeable otherwise, I think.
right, but I mean, like, we're second level characters. Like, I mean, it shouldn't be very difficult to track them down with the ley line. And nobody ever did. Like, or at least if they did, it's not public knowledge because the two members of the church didn't know that it, you know. And it seems like it's relatively intuitive. Like, it's not like we didn't make any sort of massive intellectual leap to find these things.
Bag. Out of character. Are you looking for a reason to have this have been solved before we saw it?
Yeah.
That's probably not productive.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to assume that
From a
there's
from a
consistency.
gameplay perspective, that's probably not productive.
Okay.
You can argue any sorts of reasons either way, but yeah, it's not
Well, and the church is actually probably has a history of like burying its head in the sand and not resolving anything, but trying to constantly dominate things.
That's not true.
Well, they're not. They're
Very
actively not looking into
information,
the mortifer.
Correct. They also have a history of solving many other things that I haven't explicitly stated that are not that one thing that is particularly noteworthy in your backstory.
Okay, fair enough.
trying to bury the information is a different thing from trying to bury or ignore the problem. I guess.
Yeah, I'm
This
just
is good line of thinking for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, like that's what I'm trying to get at. It's not. I don't feel like it's rude to fish for us to think about these things. If it is an oversight, then that's unfortunate. But I like to assume that unless otherwise stated, it's not an oversight.
Fair enough.
Some or all of these points have been thought about and may or may not have possibly multiple solutions depending on how I'm feeling when it comes to resolve them. So
Sure.
speculate away. And I will
Yeah.
try and create a compelling story out of whatever it is that is discovered.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, I mean, it just seems odd to Ziga that this hasn't been resolved by the church already,
Maybe
considering
they were
that.
benefiting from it in some way,
Yeah,
or just had other
Mhm.
priorities potentially. But
and actually, and that's another thing is this we're under the impression that these shrines have been out of balance for a long time, not just like decades, but like centuries, right?
possibly, yeah, because the guys.
So why was the guy no, but like I thought it was like when I say centuries, I meant like millennia. Um,
Oh, because he remembered. I think the old elf remembered a time when that was not the case, so it must have been sometime during his lifetime.
okay.
He's essentially an old man grumbling about like the better days.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm not sure whether or not he was under the impression that things were better in a time before him or a time that he can remember. Like if he's passing on like generational angst, as opposed to his own personal
Actually,
belief.
knowledge we have, fish. I think it wasn't like that, but
So regarding the timeline of events, it is reasonable to assume that the elf Llewellyn predates the church as a state, as does Holton. And you were given the impression that he also probably predates Holton.
Okay,
uh,
but that doesn't necessarily like Holton doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the shrines being out of balance. Potential. I mean, we don't know, but I don't know if the existence of the town would affect the shrine state. We don't know that though.
Correct?
Yeah.
a different important point. Remind me again, how long has the church been around as the major power?
Probably, I think I said a couple of 100 years.
Okay, sure. But he's still he's been around for longer.
He's an old
How
boy.
long? Yeah. How long? How'd they come to power?
The area used to be a group of city-states. There was a conflict. The church imposed order and did so in a way that basically was supported by the common man because it solved common man style problems.
Gotcha.
And essentially the old power structures were centralized in the church, and the church kind of then devolved that back out.
Can we do something to figure out how long Holton has been around?
Society?
If you want to try and figure that out now without literally deducing it IRL, then probably a society check. Short of that, or aside from that, either figure it out IRL or go to Holton and ask around, I guess.
Yeah. That is probably what the action would be later on, but since we're out here and discussing this, because it is possible if it was relatively recent that the church didn't even really have much of a hold in this particular area.
Oh, Zigga knows Holton. It's probably a couple of 100 years older than Cometis, the country. But it was probably significantly smaller at the time as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's kind of out of the way in a wood.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. And it also could not. It also might not have a defined start date. Like it could be a lumber camp that grew into a town, and then where
Yes.
do you draw when the town founded?
That's almost certainly what happened.
Right. I was more like if I'm getting more specific, I was trying to figure out when the actual church was built in Holton. I didn't ask that, and I'm not expecting this role to do that, but that's basically what I was trying to figure out.
Sure. The church would have been built by the church, the organization, probably within the 20 or so years after it came to power.
Okay.
So
they were pretty quick with it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is continuing to spiral off into a tangent, but I'm just curious. How long was the church an entity before the church was the dominant military power group? Like, had it existed for thousands of years, or did it spring up in the and then 30 years later cease power or whatever?
Oh, it's one of those kind of redefinitions of a branch of a cult of a orthodoxy of something or other. That kind of, I guess, probably got hold of some kind of other like non-social power, and then used that to solve problems, as it were.
Maybe it gained some legitimacy by discovering a holy relic.
Yeah, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I think we've speculated as much as we can. We can go back to the Fire Shrine and look for any signs of manipulation. But that seems like it'll be very difficult to do with our skill set and basically our level. Like we're not epic level characters.
It's entirely up to
This-
you.
Hundreds of years old. Yeah, I think we should probably just move on to the next shrine. Even though we're so close, I don't think that searching the
Yeah.
shrine will bear any fruit.
He's gonna probably say if we wanted to do it, like let's keep it under an hour kind of thing,
Yeah.
and maybe do it while we're packing up the tent as well, or whoever's not helping to that camp.
Yeah, I would say let's just go ahead and move on. I think that maybe we should search the main shrine when we get there, if we can find anything there, because I think if we're gonna find anything, it's definitely gonna be there. It won't be like at all four of the minor shrines and not be at the major shrine or whatever, So I think we should just, when we do our investigation, we should search there.
Fair
Do we
enough.
fully
That sounds
heal
reasonable.
over the course of the night, or
No.
Specific thing? If
Where
you
is
have
it?
a medical kit, you could try doing the treat wounds thing. I think.
Yes, you can treat wounds. Resting, that's what we want. Regains hit points equal to Constitution modifier multiplied by level.
oh dear. Okay, sure.
Oh no.
No,
Almost.
that's 4. I get 4, sure.
You can do the heal action as well, which does a thing. 10 wounds, wound something. Treat wounds.
Treat wounds.
DC 15 medicine check for 2d6 hit points and the removal of the wounded condition.
I don't think I have the thing for it, so like the
You
equipment.
need healer tools, and that's it, I think.
Yeah, I don't have them, so
I think someone does. Did Tulip have them?
Healing tools? Yes, so Tulip does have some healing tools.
This may be time for Tulip to treat some wounds.
Alright, what do I need to roll?
Medicine check. Nothing happens on a failure.
What is the benefit? How many potions do we have of those massive healing potions?
1 left, I believe.
Okay.
massive healing potions.
Yeah, they healed for a silly
Oh.
amount.
3d8 plus 10. It was a big one.
Mm.
Can I try again or no? Is it once per?
It's
Once
is
per
one-
hour, you can try it.
per target. It takes 10 minutes per person to try it.
Yes.
Can I give a healing thing to another person to try?
I mean, you can try it for every person in the party. If you want the maximum chance of success, whoever has the highest medicine should be trying.
That's probably me.
I've got a +4 on medicine for some weird fucking reason, but yeah, Tulip will give the healing tools to Chris.
Yeah, I've got a +6.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
let's say that attempt was on me because I can't tend myself. I would imagine that would be weird.
I
Technically you can,
think you
but-
can.
You can say it's easier for someone else to tend to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Let's just assume that was on me. Is anyone else actually still wounded?
Be-
Damaged?
I'm fully healed now.
I
Okay.
actually don't know if I recovered any or not.
Your Constitution times your level, or Constitution modifier times your level is how much you recovered, which I think for you might be 6.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. Damn it.
B only has 2 missing HP, but is still technically wounded, as in the condition.
Mm-hmm.
So that would help.
A success would remove that.
Nope,
That
lol.
is not a success.
The
I'm
old
afraid.
+6 rolling a 4 per
Nice.
der.
Yes.
Uh,
That's okay.
yeah,
Wounded
you
is not
don't
the
you don't regain or you don't recover from wounded by that, do you?
No,
Grim.
you need full HP and or get 3 wounds, and just wait 10 minutes if you're just full HP.
Sure. Well, you can continue to burn the day away trying to heal, if you want.
We
He
should
will
prob-
probably say she feels fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm damaged, but it's not untenable or anything.
How is Tulip doing for health?
I mean, not too bad. Tulip's probably fine continuing.
Okay. So, are you continuing to the final shrine?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes,
Yup.
Okay. Survival for navigation, please.
Like, yes, question mark.
Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. So you get to probably, let's say, about there.
We are not on the world map.
Oh, my bad.
We're in the
You're
fiery
in the
map.
fire shrine. There you go. You get to about there. And you start feeling a little uneasy.
Uneasy as in like a feeling of dread, or uneasy as in like ill?
Yes.
Okay, both. Great. That's all I get. So just to kind of pinpoint a little bit deeper, like it feels like something's wrong here, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know how one of the symptoms of an impending heart attack is an impending sense of doom?
Doom. Yes.
Well, you don't quite have an impending sense of doom, but it's like an impending sense of I'm wearing socks and I'm gonna step in a puddle.
So like some feeling more fragile, maybe.
Yeah, it's like, really? Is this a good idea? Did we go this way?
Got it. Well, B is gonna comment. Well, it certainly feels like we're going in the right direction. Although she's not looking very happy yet, even if that is the case.
The right direction with quotation marks.
Yeah. Big quotation
right.
marks.
The right direction.
Do you continue?
Yeah. Don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are some very unenthusiastic yeahs, which I
Okay.
think is probably how you feel.
So you get to about what you reckon is about there,
Okay.
and Tabit is getting real restless.
Habit
Mm.
is.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Tabit's not feeling this.
I'm not feeling this.
Okay.
Okay, so B is gonna say maybe we take a peek, and if it seems like something we can't handle, then we just she trails off, and she kind of just gestures in the opposite direction or towards the south, I guess.
I mean, these have all been within our capabilities. It seems likely that we should be able to handle this, as much as I'd rather not.
She shrugs and says, we can try, but she says in a more serious tone, at the end of the day, this is a this is just a job. She seems like she was also kind of thinking about yesterday.
Yeah.
And how 3 people nearly died.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's just be on our toes.
Okay. So you continue,
Mm.
and you arrive here. The trees are no longer existent. They have thinned out to nothing.
Those bones.
Those are bones.
The giant bones.
Those are big old bones.
Does some
Anytime you see bones, you immediately think, oh, what created those bones?
does some equivalent of zombie movies exist in this setting?
Some equivalent of what, sorry?
Zombie movies.
Zombie movies. Oh yeah, old folklore tales of the risen dead. Yeah, absolutely.
She's gonna look at the wide open plain here, presumably, and she's gonna say, "There doesn't seem to be much cover here."
Just looking at the area makes you feel ill. Like this is bad and wrong and not good.
Both bad and not good.
Yes.
And wrong.
David, it's like sitting in a dentist waiting room.
Oh Christ, fuck off.
It's bad times.
Do you have bad times with dentists, David?
I do not like the dentist. No.
Fair enough. Okay, well, B is gonna kind of rub her shoulders, like she's trying to warm up, and she's gonna say, or just trying to, shake off the chills. She said, "Let's just get this over with."
Alright, let's fucking go.
Well, do we even know what we're supposed to do yet?
I mean, we haven't seen the shrine fully yet, have we?
Can we see this thing from here?
Yeah, you can see the lip of it. Let's say.
Yeah, just see that there's something there.
There's something there that is regular.
Those are
Some
some
Tignett's
big-ass
fiber.
bones.
Sorry, Amber.
No, I was just saying those are some big ass bones.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're actually coming out of the ground at about
Oh.
a 45-degree angle away from the shrine.
Oh god, what is this, fucking Subnautica?
Can B is going to kind of mumble to herself and look at the bones to try to identify to see if there's anything that might suggest what they were from.
Sure. For B, I think that's a nature check.
Yes, that would probably
As B is more nature primal minded.
Yes.
Big thing.
Yes. Have not seen anything this large before. At least not on land.
No, you haven't seen them in person. No, this is exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
There are no visible entities that are equivalent to the serpents or the vines or the sprites. Ziga just says that like an observation.
Ziga would be, to his knowledge, correct in that observation.
Speaking of that, though, these skeletons, are they actually humanoid?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Are they only humanoid? Like, there's no animal corpses.
Nope.
They
But
probably.
you think animals are stupid enough to come here? Come on.
Yeah, he's gonna say they probably wouldn't even come close to this place.
Is there
Do
any
they
sign of life at all, like including insects or anything like that?
Not that you can see, though you don't have insectovision. Go on.
These skeletons, do they seem to be wearing the remnants of anything,
No.
especially armor or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Even non-organic stuff like metal.
Correct.
Okay.
Actually, other than the bones, is there anything other than like fucking dirt and rocks here? And the
No.
bones?
Not that you can
Yeah.
see.
Absolutely nothing. So
I mean, there's air.
sure, okay. So maybe it's like a degenerative aura. Like it's not just living things that it
Well,
affects, but like even
Yeah, and I'm wondering why it doesn't affect the bones as well. Like because bones aren't impervious to time either.
she shrugs and says maybe it's because it's on theme.
It's on theme.
It's kind of joking, but
Style, like
yeah, she's trying to keep things a little lighter because it's not very light.
It rings a little hollow in this area. Like
Okay.
the joke, I like in character, the joke lands flat.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we need to approach the circle. Like there's nothing else to do but to do that. Ziga says that and it doesn't move.
So, that roll. Do I have any idea what the effects of a sort of negative energy shrine might be?
Not healing.
Yeah, duh.
It would probably cause the degeneration of anything living.
Sure.
Maybe raised
And
dead.
yet, would it not affect the bones inside the thing that's living? It would just leave them like a skeleton.
It might. It might not. It's difficult to tell. It would depend on the specific effect, how it was implemented, any safeguards that
Yeah.
were put against it.
mean-
Whoever built this, they might have decided that it looked on brand, and
Hey, see?
And so the bones aren't actually organic; they're just deliberately placed there for aesthetic.
possibly.
They're actually just carved stone that.
Guess I'll just keep.
Chris, wait, go back like 3 spaces there. Tabit just fucking chomps your neck.
Ow!
Just-
What the fuck? What are you doing?
What the fuck is that? That was Tabit.
Yo.
No. And she'll look at you with like, "Are you really gonna go out there, you fucking idiot?
Well, what do you want me to do then?
Not be here?
But we have to deal with.
No.
This.
You have to breathe and eat and drink. You don't have to be here.
Okay.
Just
Chris
out
will
of
back up a
curiosity,
little
and I
bit.
know that I already brought this up with the other shrine. What would we know? What would a functioning negative energy shrine look like, as opposed to an out of function negative energy shrine look like?
Well, that's a very good question. That is
Probably
a very
not.
good question.
Probably not so powerful.
Well, I mean, I think that we could it would be reasonable to say that the water shrine was powerful in its positive state. The fire
when it
shrine was pretty subdued, but then again, it also wasn't. It was in balance, So
Right. Out of
so we
balance
don't
is
know.
also the wrong state for it to be in. So in balance, presumably it's not really even noticeable much.
Yeah.
With the B is gonna kind of scratch the back of her neck. Say, I was hoping to save this for later, but maybe it'll help a little bit. She is going to move into range. Okay, this is already in range, so she'll move up one more square,
Mm-hmm.
and then cast heal as an emanation,
Right.
and hopefully try to counteract some of the energy of this place.
What is the AoE of it?
30-foot emanation.
Okay. If Chris and Tulip have any damage left on them, they probably get healed.
B as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
And B, yes.
Okay.
Here, let's roll it.
Heal
There
for
you go.
5.
Unless you say we don't heal, which
No,
would be
you,
creepy.
you get the heal.
Okay.
Let me
Does it
do
have
a-
any effect on the
Let me
surroundings?
do a little measure. Okay. You know that feeling where you try and put the same end of 2 magnets together and it doesn't go?
Okay.
You feel kind of that from the direction of the shrine.
It kind of almost pushes the positive
Yeah,
energy.
kind of like
kinda
kind of like softly forces back and feeds back.
Okay. Can I sense roughly to where kind of hit the point of equilibrium and stopped almost? Maybe around here kind of thing.
Not accurately enough to really pinpoint it.
Sure. B frowns and she says, "There seems to be, well, it seems to be even strong over there. I can't even get the positive energy over there." She. I don't
Yeah,
care.
it's unfortunate because actually, you know what? Let's use your summon Fae. I was actually gonna say we need to be able to find out if we can safely, and I use the word safely in quotation marks, stand on the pedestal. But we don't know. We have no way of knowing if it's going to be a gradual danger increase or if it's going to be a sudden you take one more step and you die sort of thing. So let's use the Fae.
I can do if we want to burn a spell slot.
Or if we have any Would it be reasonable to say we still have like some? Would it be reasonable to say we have some perishable food?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, most rash. That's my fire alarm. Hold on.
Are you on fire?
I am not, but I have to check downstairs. BRB.
Okay. Go on.
How
Yeah.
very thematic.
I am waiting
It would have been
for.
more thematic. It was like 2 hours ago.
I'm just waiting for Fish to say, "Ha! You've revealed my trap card."
No, no, don't make him draw Pot of Greed. That'll just end poorly for everyone.
What does that card do?
Actually, the trap card version would be what? Jar of Greed, I think.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
draws
think
one
so.
card or something instead of two
Voice.
because it's shit.
Yeah, that's shit. What I mean, yeah. I'm gonna suggest this one when he gets back to. But my next train of thought is B rides on Tulip's shoulders and tries to just look at the circle from here without getting closer.
Okay.
that's
Well,
I mean, that's probably safer.
My thought was, I'm guessing that as we get closer to the shrine, we're going to start taking negative energy damage. And
Mhm.
I'm guessing, I mean, I have no way of knowing, but I'm guessing it's going to involve sacrifice of some sort. So, like, we're going to have to deliberately injure ourselves on the thing that actively is killing us.
I'm getting the
Welcome
sense that
back.
this is a, like, short of actually taking negative damage just from getting close to it. I'm sensing this is more like a maybe an amplified damage sort of place. So I don't know if I want to even even go there.
Yeah.
If we have perishable food, Tom,
Yep.
then I'll mage hand some of it towards the center and see what happens.
Sure.
So if I like just sort of carry it, you know,
See if it
from
disintegrates.
myself this way.
Sure. What's the range on Mage Hand?
30 feet.
Okay.
So I guess I'll carry it like here.
Carrying it to there has no effect. You have a floating pair.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at which point I guess, well, B is already close enough for me to carry it all the way to the center. So if I just do that,
Okay. The very moment it crosses the threshold, it starts rotting and wilting and disintegrating, and there is basically nothing left of it by the time it hits the floor.
And B winces and she says, "I'm glad we didn't try walking into that."
It really makes you wonder what we're supposed to do with it, though.
B is going to try to kind of stand on her tiptoes to look at the circle or whatever that is,
Mm-hmm.
and failing to do so probably because of the angle. She is going to look around back at Tulip and say, "Tulip, would you mind coming over here for a second?"
Not at all. What's up?
Sister
Do you think I
dearest?
Yes, yes. Do you think I could ride on your shoulder just maybe take a peek at that from relative safety?
Yeah, sure. Pop on up.
Combine. This
Sure.
time it's Voltron.
Sorry, B clambers up like a monkey.
It's our turn to form the Voltron.
Presumably Tulip squats down, but he can climb like a monkey if need be.
No, I like the idea of Tulip standing stoically without moving, like expression unchanging, just
Are you gonna,
climbing like a statue.
are we gonna do this the easy way or the hard way?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay, so
But,
you have a bit of a height advantage now.
Yes. Can I see anything here?
Do me a perception, please. Okay. It has an intricately carved design in it.
Okay.
It looks pretty filthy,
Okay.
but like not naturally filthy. And not
Oh.
just because of the rotty pear.
Okay. What seems to be the type of filth?
Kinda hard to tell at a 30-foot distance.
Hmm.
can you just like wash it off with some water?
She says I can try. Yeah. I guess 30 foot right now. I think she can throw an experimental create water, maybe at a bit of an angle, so that's not like dispersing all the force at the actual stonework in case it damages it.
You're going to skim it off the edge of it like a
Yeah,
power
yeah.
washer.
I've been playing a lot of Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah,
So yes.
Yeah. You managed to get some of the grime off. It's still pretty difficult to tell exactly what it is. It's now also quite wet.
Okay, well, she's gonna, I guess, if there's no immediate reaction, she's gonna keep trying. 'Cause it is a cantrip.
Sure.
Like just shoot water at it for a while.
You get it pretty clean and
Okay.
pretty wet.
Okay. I'm guessing nothing happens.
Nothing else? Nope.
And she says, "Well, I cleaned it."
This
Is
is
it just me, or is this the most overtly magical one?
This is not a complaint, but I may start taking the children's programming in the background to be Zigga's actions.
Oh shit! I didn't realize I could hear that. Okay.
We're going to start building a triangle now. We're going to take this bit and loop it around the top.
We can build a triangle out of us. We just need Chris to stand on the other side of Tulip, and B can stand on both of their shoulders.
Can I just see what the thing is, like what the carving is on top of it from here, Tom, or not?
Try a perception.
Okay. Yeah.
Bit too
Zigga-
hard to see from this distance.
As B has discovered, 30 feet is quite a distance to be reading intricate carvings.
Like, you can tell that it's almost certainly some kind of magical circle or rune of some kind, but
Okay.
Can I like take out a piece of paper, because this is a carving on here, right? And then just like mage hand the paper on top. Does the paper like die?
yeah, the paper dies. The paper is made out of plant or something else, organic matter.
B is going to be quiet for a good like 30 seconds. And she's going to climb off, and she says, "I'm going to go just a little bit closer. I won't go that close, I promise."
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Can you see it any better from here?
Yes.
Okay.
Philip's just gonna be relatively close by.
Cool.
Just in case shit goes down, which it probably will, knowing
B is
you.
relatively close by.
Okay, so what's B looking for specifically?
She's going to try to, for now, see if she can identify what that's doing, basically.
Sure.
Arcana, most likely.
Arcana if you want to, yeah.
I typically assume that like most magic circles, like organized like this, are Arcana.
It is channeling energy from one place to another.
Okay.
Which probably isn't much of a surprise, if we're honest. But,
yeah.
But that is all it is doing. It is just channeling energy from one place to another.
Okay. Well. She passes that on to the party. Yeah, go on.
I don't know if this is relevant, but in the fire and water shrines, there were exterior portions of the shrine that played a role in solving the issue. The vents and the outside braziers, respectively. And in the positive shrine, all that mattered was the central area. And it's opposed by this one, which could theoretically all that matter is the central area. Or alternatively, it could be something to do with the exterior areas, like the bones could theoretically be part of the puzzle somehow. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't actually know anything.
People turn around and comment to Zigga. They are they do kind of stand out. We did wonder why they were still here when everything else wasn't. Maybe we should look at them a little closer. And, she seems to be
Certainly
also.
seems safer than dealing with the center.
Yeah,
So Zega will actually go over there and start investigating the bone.
Okay. What kind of angle are you taking towards this?
I'm going to start at the base
Mhm.
and see if there's anything notable about it. I guess, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is look to see if the bone ends roughly at the end of the ground, like like if the head of the bone is in the ground and that's the only part that's in the ground, or if it keeps going for a long period of time. I guess digging out the earth a little bit around the bone.
Sure. Let's say you get maybe 6 inches out of the ground trivially,
Hmm.
and it does keep going as far as you can tell.
He is gonna play spot the difference. Do the bones look alike, or are they significantly different from each other?
They have the same kind of structure and shape, but they are different sizes. But not like sparrow versus elephant different sizes.
Okay.
Like maybe a smaller version of whatever it came from and a bigger version of whatever it came from.
Do their lengths actually alternate like they do on the screen? Are they actually short, long, short, long, short, long?
No.
Is
Because
there
short, because otherwise, yeah,
Of
longer,
of the 6 that you can
shorter,
see, there isn't any
longer,
significant pattern.
shorter, sure.
I just didn't want them all to be the same bone icon. Because that would
so
look...
this is not a play them in order.
This is
puzzle?
not a play... No. What was the one from Fable? It
Hits.
was hits, and then you could put shit in it, and they would attack you with a surprise troll, I believe.
Werewolf.
Werewolf, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can you describe the bone a little bit more? Like, is it an arch in the ground, like a rib almost, or is it like
No,
a straight bone?
it is a straight bone. Even without a medicine check, you would guess that it is a limb bone of some kind.
Okay. Do they seem to be at an angle, or are they just kind of flat on the ground with some parts like kind of deep?
No, they are coming out of the ground about 45 degrees off of normal.
Okay, got it. So and they're all pointed like
Outward.
the downward direction is at the shrine, basically.
Sorry?
The downward direction is at the shrine, so basically they're all
Yes.
up and out away from it.
Yes, correct. Like a bunch of trees that were blown away from the shrine.
Sure. Okay, got it. Any carvings or markings or otherwise unusual items that would not be expected on the bones?
Not that you can see without a roll. Or
Okay.
magic or something.
She's gonna read aura on one of the bones, probably the closest one.
You're getting a bit of enchantment, I think. Is that one of them?
Yes, it is.
I think it's enchantment I want.
Interesting.
Little bit of enchantment. Quite a bit of necromancy in the area as well, but that shouldn't be surprising.
Right, yeah. That's to be expected. Okay. And she's gonna call over to Zig. I think you're probably right. These bones are enchanted in some way.
Is there a way to interact with them other than just like actually attempting to destroy them?
He's gonna try knocking on one.
It sounds hollow.
Okay. Okay, so that ends buried.
They're also
If she
very
go-
dry, by the way. Very dry.
Sure. So probably no marrow. If she goes over here and looks at the end here, is there anything covering the end, or is it like open?
Well, it's also in the air. It's elevated. The
Yeah,
bottom of the so it's.
I know,
it's
but like if she
significantly
stands
higher.
back a little further, she can probably see the end.
No, it looks like it's the end of a bone, like you would expect.
So it's solid.
Yeah, I'm sure that part has an anatomical name. I don't know what it is, but it's there.
Sure. Got it.
Okay. Zigga's gonna hop up onto the bone
Sure, it'll take your weight.
and walk up towards the the center and see if the entirety of the thing will take on my weight, or the end.
Yeah, it's probably just about wide enough for you to do that without a check. You don't want to fall off of it, but it should be fine.
How high am I when I'm at the very end?
I don't know, maybe 10 feet.
Okay, that's about what I figured.
Oh,
Okay.
that's weird. It's actually probably higher than that.
Oh, it is higher than that. Yeah, probably about 30 feet.
Okay. Oh, so it's at like a 45-degree angle, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a much shallower angle than that.
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it is a little bit dangerous for me to do what I'm doing right now. But then again, I also can. I can't fall for pretty much. I have so many ways to prevent myself from falling, or taking less damage when I do fall. Okay. So then, from the top there, do I see anything interesting on the bone itself at the very top? And do I see anything interesting that we couldn't have seen earlier from the on the portal? I say portal, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do me 2 perception checks because you're trying to look at 2 different things.
Okay. I care more about the bone, so
Sure.
I'm gonna. Is there a distinction between glancing and searching? Because I'm like glancing at the circle, whereas at the bone I'm like actively searching the top of it.
I will take that into consideration.
Okay. This first one's for the bone, and the second's for the.
Sure.
Well,
the bone seems to be remarkably intact and old bone. There isn't really anything noteworthy visibly up there, apart from the fact that it's really quite big. And you don't get any further information on the circle in the middle.
Okay. I'm going to take my rapier, and I'm going to attempt to shatter the bone with the hilt of the rapier at the top.
While you are still on it.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna step back away from the end of it, and I'm gonna attempt to shatter the end, like you know how a bone typically forms a knot.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna step off the knot, and I'm gonna attempt to shatter the knot.
Sure. Roll an attack against it, I guess. And now I have to look up if there are stats for fucking bone as a material.
Might be easier just to hand wave it, like figure out like rules on the fly.
Yeah, let me, because there are rules for hardness and materials and stuff. Item damage.
It does not seem to be on the list.
No.
Pick something that's
Well,
roughly
I mean,
equivalent.
you definitely hit it, and you hit it quite hard. Roll me crit damage on that. Okay. Okay, you crack a little bit off of it, but it's kind of flaking a bit. You're like napping it.
Did I make a hole?
No, it doesn't go deep enough to be a hole.
Okay, I'm gonna keep hitting it until I make a hole.
Sure, okay. I guess you're going to keep doing that for a little while. Does anyone want to do anything while he's doing that?
Yep. B is going to go around and try to examine each of the bones to see if any of them have anything that's different from the others. Just like visually, probably do a read aura. Presumably they're all the same, or similar, and she's just gonna like visually look them over, like the bottom side kind of thing, and the closer end here.
Sure. Do me 1 perception for all of them, because I'm not going to make you roll 5 times. That's ridiculous. Okay, they look very similar to each other.
Okay.
Variations in size and color a little bit, but nothing. Yeah.
Sure.
None of them are blue or anything.
Unless I painted.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could.
Chris has just been sort of watching everyone do this and looking at the shrine and everything before he sort of just goes, "What are we supposed to do?"
That's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to brute force figure out what we need to do.
Yeah, but
Is
like,
what,
yeah,
Zig is calling down
but
to.
with every other one, it's been kind of obvious what we're supposed to
No,
do.
the positives is also similarly very difficult to ascertain what we needed to do.
No,
To the
we
point where
knew
we
what we
actually
needed to do.
to the point where we actually like at one point almost convinced ourselves that we didn't even need to do anything at all because it was in the proper state already.
Oh
Like
no,
we were
no.
so
I mean, we had
unclear as
that
to what we
moment,
needed to do.
but like then we thought about it a little bit, realized we needed to do something, and then the only real option was to sort of cut through the foliage, right? But like here, like assuming that there is something wrong with it, I don't understand. Like, should there be more bones? Should there be less bones?
Well, I think we can ascertain that there is something wrong with it because if there wasn't something wrong with it, then it would already be in balance.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
we
And there
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be a
taking
giant
damage.
fucking tree.
Well, yeah, that and also
You
we
wouldn't
would
feel so off here.
yeah, we wouldn't yeah, it wouldn't be so dangerous. Like we'd probably feel uneasy but not actively sick.
I need to BRB real quick.
Okay.
So like, what do we like? There's these bones, but like, barring beating them up like you are, I don't really understand. This place is weird.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more unpleasant than weird myself. Um, so I am going to ask if I can use a spell for something that is not designed for it. So feel free to say no.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a cantrip called Stabilize. It targets a dying creature, but it is a positive energy spell cantrip. Can I use that to basically just send like a weak jolt of positive energy in as kind of like a feeler, basically? Not trying to get any input from it, just seeing if it does anything, as opposed to spending
Given-
heal spells, basically.
Yeah, given that you are so relatively well versed in positive energy, and this is not a combat, which is the point at which spells are actually, significant in what they specifically do, you can probably work like a minor ritual to just pull some positive energy and direct it in a direction. So yes, you can put some feelers out if you want.
Sure. So she's gonna try sending it in two main directions, basically. One she probably already knows how it's gonna work, but maybe being directed makes it react differently.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna try at the circle, and she's gonna try at a bone.
Sure. It hits the circle and is kind of eaten a bit.
Okay.
It just kind of cancels out from somewhere.
Sure.
And it hits the bone, and it's like you hit a rock with it. It's very inert and
Sure. Okay.
doesn't do a
So
whole
no-
lot.
Okay. Got it. So, I think and she's gonna say this to the others. I think the impression I'm getting is that's some sort of almost like one of the drains for the water shrine. It's just sucking positive energy into there, which explains the withering.
Is it sucking it in or repelling it? Because we got the impression, like the impression that we got was that it was repulsing.
That is interesting. So earlier when I did the emanation, it felt like it was repulsing. When I did this one right now, how would you say it felt when I tried to send it at the center there?
It did feel a bit pressure back at you, but that it wasn't like it's not like it's being blown back at you. It's not the same force.
Sure. Did it reach the actual, or did it feel like it reached the actual circle?
Yes, it hit the edge, and then any
And
parts
got
of it that would have gone past the edge just was not anymore, and that gave you feedback.
Sure. Okay. So then I'll kind of explain that then.
This is all a bit like bones and death and stuff. Can I roll a cult to see if I have any idea as to, because like rolling the bones and whatnot is all very much in what is normally my wheelhouse, I'd imagine. So I'm just looking for like any general information about what you might normally do with like a big negative energy circle of some description.
Sure.
Sorry to be awkward, but I'm now just sort of looking at this like I don't know what to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go.
So if this is there's basically two ways you could take it. It's either a disposal, or it is a significant ritual site for rituals that involve negative energy in some way.
What do you mean the disposal? Sorry.
Well, I mean, like, if you threw a political enemy into that,
Oh, I see what you mean.
they wouldn't they wouldn't be a political
Is it-
enemy anymore.
I'm back.
Hello.
Had a very interesting time.
Unless they were a lich.
Unless they
Probably.
were a lich, yes. If you have a lich as a
Maybe a lich.
political enemy,
I mean, maybe they're
Interesting point.
pretending or something. They have a glamour with a human face or something.
maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's a weird lich.
I mean, like,
Cool.
if it's just there to kill people or kill things, how do we balance it?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
No, he's just genuinely
He-
not exactly sure how you would balance that. Like knocking on the bone or like looking at them or whatever. He's more thinking at it as like a puzzle as opposed to like let's just knock on the things that are here until maybe something like what would you do to balance a negative energy, what do you call it, like outlet?
Oh well, actually, you know what I just realized is, what did we do to the positive energy shrine to
Yeah, we released
get
a
it?
bunch of positive energy, right?
Right, we released a bunch of positive energy twice. We to get rid of the vines, and then and then also on the tree we use sanctuary. So what if we try the similar thing here? Like we just channel negative energy into it. If we have any source of negative energy in the party.
I can't.
I don't believe you do. I could
He
be
is
wrong,
going to
but
say, I think
negative energy mostly comes from divine stuff, I believe. And none of you are divine casters.
B is going to comment, I think it's pretty unlikely that this is just like a disposal site. There's a lot easier ways to kill people without it A being this noticeable, and B without, you know, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You'd have to go on quite a trip to do it. She is gonna say, maybe we just have to connect the two, and they'll kind of cancel out. I did kind of feel that earlier when I tried sending some energy in.
Well, we've already
And,
resolved the positive
she-
energy shrine.
She says, I don't know if that's actually the case, just because there was a big tree that just happened to be, or there was a tree that was just on top of the magical circle there. But isn't it also possible that that tree just became the sole beneficiary of positive energy? Like it's actually absorbing all of it, and it's not even part of the shrine.
I mean, if that's the case, what the hell are we gonna do with a tree that big? You know, like how would we even begin to?
She says, there might. I mean, I don't see anything here that would let us fiddle with that, but maybe the shrine in the middle has something that affects the connections.
Yeah, I mean, let me finish what I'm doing, and maybe we'll get some additional insight.
Sure, just keep your head clear when you break it open, I guess.
Yeah, no, I trust me. Zigga's already like, as he's bashing, like he's pulling away, like he's gonna get bitten by a snake or something like that every single time he hits. He's not like lingering over the thing, like waiting to look inside the hole that immediately forms. Like he's gonna stick his eye right up to it or whatever. He's literally drawing back, like he's gonna get attacked every single time he hits it, in case he breaks through.
Okay. Eventually, Zigga, you do break through. There's rather a large crater at the top of it at this point, because bone don't break clean very often. But once you see inside, it does in fact not bite you in the face like a snake. The entire inside of the wall of the bone is covered in tiny runes.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to see that.
I hope you didn't damage anything important just now. Maybe a bit late for that that particular thought, but
Yeah, well, you know, they should have left instructions if they didn't want their bones destroyed.
God.
Like, in case you're coming here centuries later after it's fallen out of balance, here's what you need to do to restart it. Please don't hit the bones.
I mean, she says dryly, maybe they did leave instructions, just they wrote it on the inside instead of the outside.
Okay, so yeah, Zigga relays that, and then as it looks safe, Zigga is going to start looking deeper and deeper into the bones. Is it visible on the inside, or does it immediately succumb to darkness pretty quickly?
Oh, it's very dark in there. There isn't anything generating light down in the center.
Okay, so the runes aren't generating light.
No.
You can come up with that. You can cast dancing lights and just shove a ball of light inside the bone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the runes go as far as you can tell all the way down. They become
And
too.
how far is
they,
all the way down?
They become too small to make out at some point. But you can kind of see, like, you can't read them, but you can see that the scratches are there. And it goes real deep.
Like way, way beyond the surface?
Yeah.
Oh.
How is the bone large enough to fit in?
No, hell no. No, it's like 6 inches in diameter tops and quickly narrows as it goes down the stem.
Oh, okay. Oh, you 6 inches in
inches in.
diameter?
Yeah.
I thought it was like 6 feet in diameter.
No. The wall of the bone is quite thick, so the outside of it is wider, but the inside is a lot narrower. You could put your arm down it, but it would be a tight squeeze, and that's only going to get you a couple of feet.
Got it.
And also, you won't be able to see through your arm, so limited usefulness.
Okay, so I don't know if that gave us any additional information that we didn't already know.
Oh, you didn't know there were runes down there before?
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does tell us that these are not just decoration. Clearly.
Yeah, they
if
do
put
have
that much work into it, they're
something to
probably-
do with it.
Even if we
Does-
can't tell immediately what it is.
Does my having damaged the bone appear to have interrupted whatever magical process is? Like, if you read magic on this, is it still radiating magic, or did I break this one?
I'll try to read magic on it.
You will try to read magic on it, okay. It seems to still be functioning, and those runes on the inside, they're actually slightly different. They are reading as abjuration.
So that might actually be okay. So would it be abjuration or enchantment to harden, like to basically harden a bone or an
I would
object?
imagine it'd be a hard
I can see it as
abjuration.
either.
Or transmutation, because like a lot of the transmutation spells, like I did, like
I don't mean like sure. I don't mean like physically harden it. I mean like reinforcing it with magic.
That would almost certainly be abjuration. I think.
yeah, I
Okay,
think
so
that you're right.
that might actually.
Mage
are all the
armor and
symbols-
shield and
are
all
all the
that.
symbols the
Those
same?
are all abjuration.
Are all the symbols the same, more like at least repeating after a while kind of thing in there?
There are common symbols.
Or are they all like
They don't as far as
Okay,
you can
are they
tell
all, like, pretty small?
repeat regularly, but there are common symbols among them.
Are the
they all like,
bones
pretty
so
small
warded on the
symbols
inside?
individually?
Sorry.
One at a time, please.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on.
Sure. That they might just be basically strengthening the bones and protecting them from whatever this place is.
Well, it is an intriguing mystery, but we have been going for quite a while now, so I think I will leave on that cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Give you
What
some...
was the last
Okay.
question that led to the
Sounds
cliffhanger?
good.
Yeah, sorry, I went to the sorry, but so they're warded on the inside.
Sure.
Like you found runes inside the
there's
bones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they go
So
down all the way
the
basically.
entire area is necromancy. The bones on the outside are enchantment, and the bones on the inside, when I managed to break through, was warded with abjuration, which might just physically protect the bones. And I was like brute force beat past it, which but they still appear to be functional even after I made a hole in it. So, yeah, that gave us a little bit more information.
Okay.
Also, they're
Well-
way too thin. Like I was picturing that they were large, and I was thinking we might actually even be able to slip inside of a bone and like slide down or what. I don't know why you would want to do that, but like just see if you could possibly get some more
I don't
information
think
that
you're
way. I was
probably not a
drastically
very,
overthinking the size of the
fun-
bone.
I was too, to be fair.
Okay.
Okay, well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sticking to what I suggested earlier, which was investigate the center shrine.
So move on from here.
Is what I would personally suggest, just because I don't see much to interact with here without, withering. Although I guess if we're here, I'll probably send like a full-fledged single target heal spell towards the center and see if that does anything. But if it doesn't, then I would suggest leaving.
In order to prevent one more turn syndrome, I will not.
Let's do that.
I will not be answering that now.
Sure. Yep. No, let's do that next time. That's fine. I'm just giving you an idea
Yep.
so that you know where we might be headed.
Sure.
That's all.
Okay, and we could try to use the next week to think of anything else that we want to do while we're still here.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. I will catch y'all later.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
Catch
you
you
for
later.
playing.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It was
Bye.
great.